There are so many notable Rudolphs that we know. Maya, that reindeer, and poor Valentino. But do you recall the most batshit Rudy of all?
Did you all watch My Cousin Vinny?
Rudolph the leaky lawyer had a very slimy face, and to the law profession he was, well, a big disgrace. Lots of confused New Yorkers found that they were incorrect. They thought their former mayor had a little self-respect. Then one night 2 years ago, Donald called to say, Rudy, with your Rogaine roots, help me hide my prostitutes. And how he sweat and slobbered as he melted on TV. Rudolph the leaky lawyer, you'll go down in infamy. Let's take it nice and easy. Get it?
He says to her, how many fingers do I got up? I know crimes, I can smell them.
He is batshit, yeah he is. Rudolph the leaky lawyer had a pair of crazy eyes. And while he spread corona, he was also spreading lies. Oh, how the whole world mocked him, though he kept his dress shirts tucked. He couldn't tell poor Donald, pack it up, cause babe, you're failing to overturn this election. Still each day for months on end, Donald texted, hey, Rudy, with your fart so free, let's go screw democracy. How that dripping doormat bent to Donald's every whim. Rudolph the leaky lawyer, you'll go down in flames with him. You'll go down in flames with him. You'll go down, yes, you'll go down, you'll go down. Jingle bells.
All right. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh,
I'm glad you enjoyed that, Doc.
it was hilarious. I had not seen that before all y'all.
Isn't Randy Rainbow awesome?
Yeah.
All right. So I did see a couple of people asking for links. All right. Here's the, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Here's my disclaimer. Today we're doing fun shit. All right. Anybody that comes in trying to make me sad is getting the goddamn airlock. And that's, look, it's my show. That's how it goes. You don't like it. I don't know. Suck my balls. I'm not doing this today. I'm happy. My kids are in a different, a different state, and I don't have to cook. I didn't have to buy a bunch of gifts. I just get to be here, sleep in, hang with my friends. I'm super excited, and I want you to be super excited with me. I want everybody to feel the goddamn Christmas spirit, come hell or high water. Hey, Vandy.
What's up? How's it going?
Vandy just got in. And that was my rant.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I never miss one of your TED Talks.
You don't. You have missed a couple. You've missed what, 3?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but
no, you've certainly missed. You've certainly been listening to me talk for 2 hours more than anyone else I know. So today we're going over, oh my God, you guys will never believe it, but Vandy's never seen the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So I was unable to show him here. So I decided to show him the blooper reel. I'm going to say blooper reel, but we're doing Vandy, what are we doing today?
We are doing CinemaSins. And it's everything wrong with National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation in sappy minutes or less.
Sappy minutes or less? Well, okay. I guess it'll be 16 minutes or less. Okay, so have you seen CinemaSins before?
Yeah. I mean, they have 9.1 1.8 million subscribers. I'm not one of them, but because I don't really subscribe to channels like this, I just like will watch. Like if I
Like
want to
your
watch
own.
cinema, no, like if I want to watch CinemaSins, I will just Google the CinemaSin that I want to watch. Right? Like it's not
Okay. Yeah.
it's not like
Yeah.
I actually want to be sent like notifications. Although at this point, I visually don't even notice that I get YouTube notifications anymore. I just don't even pay them any attention at all because I'm subbed to over 1,000 channels.
Yeah, I
And
know, me too. I've gotten 5 in like the last 2 hours, which is awesome. So, I don't know.
who wasn't already subbed?
No, I mean just notifications for things that people are I'm sorry. Notifications for things that people have had coming in. So I'm going to go through, I guess, some of her stuff. If nobody comes in, if it's you give everybody 2 minutes to come in and laugh with us. Anybody who doesn't, we're just going to get started on our own. But I do want to say
Apparently,
hi.
Kip just saw this movie.
Oh, what again? Oh, I hope it's not the first time Dr. Kip has seen this movie. Dr. Kip's like around my age. He should have seen this at least 10 times by now.
I did not get that sense, no.
Oh, but yeah, Ember, thank you for the raid. Well, say thank you for the raid. I guess you kind of had to, didn't you?
Oh, hey.
Ember!
Hello.
Doesn't she look amazing?
You do look amazing.
You know what? Let's not that everybody hasn't just like stopped seeing Ember for like Ember, show off your dress. You have to. Vandy hasn't seen your dress.
I'll do my best. I can only go back so far.
Oh wow!
I love the earrings. I feel underdressed right now.
Yeah, it's we just did 2 hours over at my channel, but like nobody came into my room to chat with me, and I'm like, I don't want nobody to come into your room, so I'll come in and
No,
I'll play CinemaSins.
I really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know, and I wanted to jump in so badly, but like, believe it or not, I didn't wake up like this.
No.
I know.
Yeah, she did.
And
She's lying to you. It really is this effortless for her.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
there are advantages.
in the world's like, hello,
exactly.
Beautiful. Yeah, if only. But wait,
it's your divine glow.
Exactly. So I do want to say thank you to Eric Wanderer, who just became a member or renewed. Eric Wanderer is a member before today, right?
Eric wanders.
Enjoy your tapioca weasels, your nitties, and vaginas. Also, Mark Akamoto for $5 says, will Dr. Tapioca Weasel be teaching us about anti-magnetism as a holiday present? And he's trying to hide, but I found him. Well, like, look.
I'm the only
crowd
person
is
that's allowed to.
Mark asked a $5 question.
No.
Oh, damn it all.
I mean, it's an answer.
Whoops.
It is an answer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, if you guys so here's. We should set a super chat goal, and then I can do a magnet talk.
Oh,
That would be fun.
That sounds like
we don't want to make it too easy, because if it's $10, I'm just going to have to immediately do a magnet talk, and if it's $2,000, I'm going to have to wait like 20 minutes to do a magnet talk. We're not getting $2,000.
I don't know.
Try.
Magnet talk sounds really boring. I'd rather just tease you about magnets for like a solid year plus. Like that's my kind of fun.
I mean, mission accomplished, Maya.
So much fun.
Oh.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to get this party started. Wait, where are we at?
Get it started. I hope Patty and Nancy come because I'm doing chair dancing.
That would be cool. So I have been like, every time I see them, I'm like, peer pressure, come to my stream. You know, you want to be here. You don't need sleep.
That's right. I mean, I can
Fuck
relate,
sleep.
but
I know. I'll tell you the same thing I tell Vandy. Fuck sleep. Nothing matters except me.
Yeah, I mean, you said that today. You said that yesterday. You've been saying that a lot recently. Have people been
But
telling you don't matter, Maya?
nobody tells me this, but like you're the only one that acts like it, so I
Oh,
don't
that's true.
appreciate that shit.
I mean,
Fair enough.
it's sort of like a goddess thing, you know? Like that's the whole
Exactly.
bag is nothing matters, worship me, you know?
Yes, yes.
Fair
You know,
enough.
especially on Sundays, but not only. Oh, wait, did I miss? Oh, for $2, Jester said, I wanted to Ember, but I'm at Christmas Sinful.
That's relatable. I often want to Ember.
Okay. I don't know what we're talking about now, but
Jester was saying he would have come in and chatted with me on my show, but he's stuck at
He's stuck
oh.
at family
festivities.
Christmas. Please
Yeah.
send help. Yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's
Oh, I
probably a
wanted
racist
to
wrinkle
Ember.
involved.
Okay, I get it. I thought it's
Yeah.
like I wanted to do a jig, like do the Ember. Doot,
Should
doot,
should
doot, doot,
oh
doot, doot, doot.
ooh, somebody who's good at dancing should make up a dance for
Yeah.
and of course then I'd have to learn it, so that probably wouldn't work.
No, you don't have to learn it. Like we could all learn it, and then like we posted on TikTok, or I guess a short now since that's going away,
Yeah.
and doing the Ember.
I mean, I I I've always loved dance, and there's a chance I may actually get into it now that I'm like smaller and can move because my body weighs less and maybe we'll see.
Yeah, and then maybe I'll want to Ember,
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
can't fight that urge to Ember. Yeah. I'm sorry. All right,
Why
so
not?
Ember, have you seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
It has been many years, but yes, several times.
See, like, and I don't understand what's wrong with Vandy. Like, I'm like, you've never seen it once? Like, not even once?
Not that I remember.
It's okay. It's okay.
It may come back to you. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess let's go.
Let's go.
Jesus, that is quite possibly the laziest title screen I've ever seen. Is that title in Courier New?
No, it's not. Okay, sorry. That's not Courier New. Courier is a monospaced font that doesn't look anything like that. That actually might be monospaced. No, it's not. That I is not monospaced.
Oh, okay.
This is
Yeah,
not
no,
Courier New.
they had me
Vandy.
until you said the I, but no, that's not. Yeah, it's definitely not Courier New. And now that you make such a big fucking deal out of it, I want to know what it is.
What Courier New is?
No, I
Oh,
guess
what it actually? I mean,
it's
it looks
almost like Times, but
it looks. Yeah, it's a generic serif font. I don't
yeah.
know. But it's not Courier.
I did not know you were a lexicographer, Vandy.
I'm not, but I know Courier because it is like a monospace font that is available everywhere and is reasonably good looking. So that like I sometimes code in it. So
Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
Pink Panther, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, It's a Mad World, The Private Eyes, Better Off Dead, Euro Trip. Remember back in the day when these completely innocuous animated openings were on every comedy and they lasted forever? Yeah, them were annoying as hell.
I do not remember those days. I know that definitely happened with Pink Panther though.
Did it?
The opening animation. Like,
oh yeah, I do
it's
remember
like,
that.
It's they turned the Pink Panther like cartoon character into its whole own character, even though the movies have nothing to do with that at all. It's just the MacGuffin in the movies.
Yeah.
The font is called Cooper Black, and I feel dumb for not recognizing it immediately because I used to use that in my thumbnails.
How the fuck do you know that?
I just looked it up.
I'm like, what?
How did you look it
Sorcery!
up though?
I
Did you do a screenshot and then do like an image search? Because
Or
No.
did you actually Google National Lampoon's font?
Yeah, what font is the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation title?
Somebody else wanted to know that.
what? How is that a question that was easily Googleable?
Oh, what the
Everything.
fuck?
Oh,
It's not that impressive.
that's so weird.
Holy shit. No, it's so unimpressive that like I didn't even notice the title of the goddamn movie.
It's really not. It's so boring. Like, there's a whole video that somebody made about the choice of using papyrus, the font papyrus,
Mhm.
as the font, the title font for the new Avatar movies.
Okay.
I guess, or just the Avatar movies. James Cameron, not.
We understand. Move it.
And it's hilarious because but that's a very like remarkable font. This is as generic as they come, basically.
Mhm.
The only way to be more generic than this is using straight up Times New Roman or Arial.
And I'm sorry, Ember, just to not bypass all the hard work you just put into that.
Yeah.
What is it again?
Cooper Black.
Cooper Black. Holy shit. Oh, God. All right, let's go.
Wow. Okay, I mean, the text is white, but who knows?
That mad openings were on every comedy and they lasted forever. Yeah, them were annoying as hell. Also, opening sequence contains no holiday roads. Sure, they brought in Mavis Staples, who's a badass, to sing the Christmas Vacation song, but that
Okay,
wasn't
that's a
written by
valid
Lindsay.
point. Jeremy makes a valid point. The first National Lampoon movie was Holiday Roads. This one is on an actual fucking holiday, and they don't mention the word holiday.
So, Vandy's baby, which I'm not downputting. He may not know that Holiday Roads is a song.
No.
It's a very famous song. Like if you are the age of me and Ember, like if you hear that song, you can't not think of National Lampoons. It's
And also probably Chair Dance. Holiday Road.
Indeed.
Don't mind my singing. I'm
no, yeah,
I'm not drunk enough.
You're spot on. Everybody
You're not-
who's heard the song knows exactly what you're doing. And then
I want
he's
to know
just
what
looking
this guy's
awkwardly.
doing though, because it looks like he's looking at an Elder Scroll.
He is. He's like
No, that's
checking
how
his work.
Dr. Kip looks at work.
That's
In
true.
the Midwest. There was still no way in hell there would be enough room to fit a few E names, all the F names, and some G names, all on the same goddamn
That's true.
page.
That is a very good point there. I mean, he's delivering presents to every kid in the world. I mean, that should just be a sheet of all the same last names.
For the first film. Yeah, I guess I was thinking the guy who scored Blue
Forrest is on there.
Velvet in that kitty cannibalism movie Parents would be a perfect fit.
Well, hold on. There's a kitty cannibalism movie called Parents. Maya, can we cover that?
A kitty cannibalism movie.
It sounds
Parents.
fun.
Oh, yeah, we should do that one night.
I would sin that Santa had his pencil behind his ear. When you have a big giant beard like that, you stick the pen into the beard. That's the safest place to put it.
That would make so much. Oh yeah, and like quick retrieval. Yeah.
I feel like there is a problem with the internet currently.
Did we break it?
Me?
I'm gonna press play. I don't know, but Maya is sitting there like a statue, which generally means that she has become disconnected.
Can you hear me?
I can see Maya.
Nice little holiday
Can
comedy.
you hear me?
Look, if I wanted to see a house
I can see her, but she's not moving.
What?
designed by a deranged resident to brutally murder intruders over the
We're
holidays.
under attack by cultists.
So what's with this mountainous terrain? Did they pull the same nonsense Danny?
Are we? Chat, can you hear us, chat?
Mark Agamotto 1313 Smith says that he can hear. Well, he can hear Maya. I don't know about anybody else.
Now I can't tell if anybody can hear us.
Well, because I was talking and then like the video's playing over.
Hear us. They can.
You guys can't wait.
Okay, I'm.
Wait. Okay, so I think that.
Okay, so Al can hear us all. Okay, this is very weird.
No, this is
because
weird.
Maya is frozen on my screen,
I'm not...
and inaudible.
What?
Ember is there. I see you, Ember, and hear you.
Ember is here. Yay!
That's weird. Chat, you can see and hear everyone, but
I'm going to refresh, I guess, because yeah.
Chat, can you hear me? Ember, can you hear me?
Yeah, I've got you. Can you hear me hearing you?
I hear. Well, I hear both of you, and then But like Bandy's like playing the video over me and talking over me, and
yeah, I think he just needed to refresh, which he's going to
okay.
go do. So yeah, hopefully
No,
we'll
this is a
give the
great
show
time for him to do
second life.
that because Mark Agamotto just gifted 50 people,
That's
which
Eric
will
Wander, but yeah.
probably. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Eric Wanderer, thank you so much. And I apologize for that. I have a bad habit of doing that. I really, really, really appreciate you, which probably backs us out because YouTube hates me and won't let me have more than 200 subs at any one given time, which is a little bit of a bitch, but, we deal. And then it went out to a fuck ton of people.
50 people. Eric is spreading Christmas
Christmas
presents
cheer.
all willy-nilly.
Didn't Eric give you 50?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a bukkake of love here. All right. And who do we have? We have Nara, Jinamu, friend of the show, Karasu Kafka, Subtle Dragon, Carrie Ann Chrysler, Your Victoria, Jeff C., Carol Kinzer, God, B. Bohm, Katrina Papayas, Sailor Star Sparrow, Dr. Ben. Hey,
Dr.
Hey.
Ben!
I
I
saw
get it.
people wanted to be merry and laugh, and so I was like, I like to be merry
I
and
love
laugh.
this
So
shirt.
Absolutely.
I love
yes,
this
we are
shirt.
making spirits bright, and we got ourselves
And you're
two.
partly see-through.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Two merry little cocktails.
Yes. I also
Oh my
really
God.
enjoy your
The hat
Deviant-
game.
Your hat game is strong.
Even just
Yeah,
told me the name of
it's
this
a
kind
Christmas
of hat,
movie.
but yeah, it's
Wait, what type of hat is
amazing.
it?
It's
like
a
a-
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh.
It's a Jack Skellington hat, but it's a Christmas movie.
I haven't seen you in so long. Like, have you
Yeah.
pushed past puberty?
No, still doing that. Still doing that thing.
No, you're looking older and shit. Congrats.
It's it's been what, 3 years on T? 3 years?
No,
Something
last
like
time I
that.
saw you, you looked 12. So
Yeah, I think I was just starting then. So
okay. And so now you could probably get by without getting carded.
yeah, I can occasionally. Occasionally now.
I love it. I love it. Welcome. Dr. Ben's going to be on our show, and not this Sunday, but the next Sunday, right?
Yep.
You okay, you were asking Dr. Ben that, not me, right?
No, I'm telling the chat to come
The
back
chat.
first week in January. I mean, but also this next weekend because we'll be on. But again, because Dr. Ben, and this will be Dr. Ben's first time on. I think. Yep. Did you just find us?
This is my first time on your channel. Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't just find you, but
okay. Because I just saw you in my chat not too long ago. I was like, oh my God, Ben knows I'm a thing. Holy crap. I was really excited about that.
Well, of
Can't
course,
tell you.
Ben knows all the cool people.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have put money that Dr. Ben has been on BSS before. I would have put money on that.
Nope.
Okay.
Did and Dr. Sleep and drive across the country to the Overlook?
Dad, can you explain again what we're doing?
Yeah, because even though we're almost to the destination that's way out of the city, I have no clue about the very simple act we're about to perform.
No, well, I mean, clearly he needs some exposition to happen.
Right.
That's fair. And also, we've met this character before. He is shit at explaining things, so it stands to reason Rusty would need it explained again.
Fair enough.
No, but
That
see,
is fair.
No, but you see, he is a standard cookie cutter cis het white guy who just assumes everybody knows what he's talking about all the time and doesn't learn how to use his words to communicate.
Ben has a good point.
I feel called out.
You should, because Ben was looking directly at you when he said that.
Yeah, all cis het white men look the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, I know road rage can be funny in movies. And this is a character that would totally react like this. But now we're going on the third movie of this franchise that makes vehicular malfeasance an actual plot point.
Burn some dust here. Eat my rubber.
Dad, I think what you mean is burn rubber and eat my dust.
Young Galecki here is coming off a lot more like young Sheldon than young Leonard.
Yeah, okay. I don't think Sheldon's accurate understanding of idioms is his defining characteristic.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty,
Okay, sure.
yeah.
It's possible.
And I think that the bigger point is like, it took me a while to recognize him as Johnny Galecki because it's very different as an adult.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, to the best of us. I, of course, was born like this.
Yeah.
Dad,
Clark is clearly looking in the same general direction as Ellen here, so he should clearly be able to see this truck is pulled.
So I want to ask the trucker on the panel if this has ever happened to them.
Based on their status of still living, I'm going to go with no.
Oh no, this wouldn't kill the trucker. This is
No.
a family.
Yeah,
does a random family just run under your truck at random?
No, so as you can see here in the picture, you actually need like a load that's extra high. A regular trailer
that's
is
also-
like just above the wheels, and this could
That's
never happen.
because this is a good old-fashioned station wagon too, which is like higher, because like they do it with sports cars, and if you have like a really low-line Lamborghini, you could probably actually do it with a fair amount of vehicles on the road. But a station wagon?
Yeah, it's just bullshit they lined up for comedy in this case.
But like, how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how like illegal is that? And what would you do if you were in a car with somebody who did that? And they,
I'm not sure if it actually is illegal because it's such a rare thing, and you have to be so fucking stupid to do it.
it's
Right.
not.
I don't know that it's
explicitly
happened so much that anybody's actually made a law against it.
It doesn't need to be. It'd be reckless driving. It falls under
Okay.
one of the many
Okay.
catch-alls available.
Sure,
So
sure. I'd probably demand that they pull over so I could beat their ass if, in fact, we lived through it.
yeah, drop one of those logs on them.
Pulled up beside him. There is no way the car could keep pace with the truck while driving underneath it like this. It would have already been hit by the back tires and flung out, or would have plowed into the front tire.
You can back me up on this, Bandy. If you're traveling at 70 miles an hour, and the truck you want to pull under is traveling at 70 miles an hour, and then you decide to occupy the same space at the same time, you're still both going at 70 miles an hour, right?
Yeah, no, a stunt driver could do this.
Right. I mean, I think we're talking about the average Clark Griswold.
Well, no, but can he get a driver's license is the question.
Tires and either been flung out or possibly even crushed. However, you say, this is a silly comedy, so this is unsinnable. And I say, A, this isn't funny.
But probably they actually shot that shot by having a mannequin sit here and having a green screen like cable that they're able to remove in post.
However, you say, this is
still
a
think
silly
it's
comedy,
Stuntman,
so
but
this is
who knows?
Could be.
unsinnable. And I say, A, this isn't funny, which cancels out the comedy.
It's a little funny. Do you guys think this is funny? Like,
I'm trying to remember like the first time I saw it. Like I'm pretty sure I was just like freaking out, like as if I would have been in the car.
yeah, it's funny, not necessarily because it's like ha ha funny, but so much as it is like, holy crap, what the hell are you doing funny? Which is
Right.
definitely still a type of funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's absurdity but anxiety funny.
Yeah,
Argument. And B, have
It's
you watched
cringe
this
funny.
Cringe, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's cringe
exactly.
I feel like that's his whole like shtick.
channel before? Also, why is the truck staying in the left lane on a 2-lane road? For all he knows, he's already passed the Griswolds. Is it just me, or are they intentionally avoiding where the trees are? I know Clark wants to get out in nature and all that, but he's wandering out into the great white open, right past all the actual trees.
There it is.
A Chicago Bears fan? Oh, he was talking about the trees. I mean, both things have about the same amount of charisma and
You know, as somebody who is by default more of a Chicago Bears fan than any other football team, I don't really have anything to say about that. Sorry.
The
I
Bears.
mean,
personality.
yeah, I mean, if you're in, they supposedly live in Illinois. I mean, really can't swing a dead cat without hitting a Chicago Bears fan.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Not gonna lie though, the facial acting skills here on point.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Chicago Bears fan? Oh, he was talking about the tree. I mean, both things have about the same amount of charisma and personality in them.
Ow.
Dad, did you bring a saw?
Okay, this movie is set in reality. An exaggerated, humorous reality, perhaps, and everything that happens could happen. But you're telling me these four assholes dug this tree up with their bare hands and did it before nightfall?
Yeah, that's insane and absolutely impossible.
Yeah, I mean, so like I did watch a cut scene where they met an asshole who said he didn't have a what do you call it, a chainsaw, so he gave him a shovel, which is supposedly how they actually got that out, because a lot of people were thinking this. But yeah, I guess it's supposed to make it funnier.
It does make it funnier, and like I have no problem with that. Like this as a joke and as a gag, that's totally absurd. I think the fact that it's totally absurd makes it funnier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because like to actually like give this the bit that it would deserve, you'd have to put like several more minutes, and then you're investing a whole lot of time into the joke that it's just not worth.
Right, exactly.
So like. Yeah. It's totally fine, but the idea of like that family actually like how long it would take them to do that with a shovel is comedic.
Before nightfall, clearly.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably do one additional thing with the scene and add like 3 days later at the bottom.
Do the SpongeBob thing.
And
5
just like
hours later.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Overestimated the height of his living room ceiling.
Insult was not delivered by Selena Meyer, and it definitely shows. Yes, Jason was a thing in the 1980s that a lot of comedies like to poke fun at. But how does the hockey mask work as a protective mask for tree cutting?
So is this in the movie, or is this just a?
That's actually in the movie. Yeah. Instead of doing anything that would make sense, he donned a hockey mask.
I mean,
yeah,
because it's funny or something.
It is kind of funny.
Okay.
I mean, it works outside of the references to Jason and serial killers and shit too, because it goes to that suburban middle-aged white guy mediocrity. I don't have the right tool, so I'll use the wrong tool and just hope it works bullshit, which is still a thing.
Okay, no, I like that angle.
I mean, cutting. Oh, yeah, I was the hockey mask, not the chainsaw, because the chainsaw is the right tool, probably.
Maybe. I mean, you can make artistic sculptures and shit with chainsaws, so why not?
Large enough for flying Bark to get through and up his face. If the sap was this bad, how'd he get his pajamas on?
All my life I've wanted to have a big family Christmas.
So why'd he wait until this year? They've had the house for a while, and the kids are well into grade or high school, right? Sure, life gets away from you and all that, but movies saying a guy that's this delusional about family stuff hasn't tried this before?
Word is you're an excellent...
Does that ring true? I like to think that the reason none of his family has had particularly notable reactions to anything that's been happening is because this shit happens every fucking year.
Every week with this guy.
Yeah. I mean, because I want to say this is like the 3rd or 4th National Lampoon's movie, and I mean, I know they were like based on was it a comic strip, but like, yeah, he's just comic book crazy, and if this was your actual dad, it would be like, or husband, it'd be like, yeah, he's coming to bed with sap on his hands now. Like, why wouldn't he?
Excellent choice to be named Food Additive Designer of the Year.
This line caused me to look up food additive designer, and I will never get that 90 seconds of my life back.
The big question is, what are you going to do?
How many people do you think looked it up because this guy made that joke and doubled down?
I'm looking it up right
that
now.
So I'm going to go with 1 in 4 people.
Break the cycle, Ember. Break the cycle.
Bonus check.
I did not
blow
look
it on
it up.
yourself.
There is a LinkedIn page for Clark Griswold, food additive designer.
Wow. No way.
There is.
Oh, yeah, that's probably one of my weasel alts.
That's probably accurate, yeah.
Are you talking about the cast or the characters? Because I'm sensing we're testing the limits of the noun verb blow.
Take a look at this. Just hope my Christmas bonus check will cover it.
Well, which one though? I assume the 33 by 18 option with the full cabana is a little substantially pricier than the simple 18 by 12. Try to be more specific with your premature celebration next time, Clark.
I mean, ¿por qué no los dos?
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry
2
Christmas.
pools are better than
Merry
1.
Christmas. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
Hang on, is he a smart?
You know what? I have to give this a standing ovation. Who among us has not wanted to do this with every executive at your company?
They
I've
deserve
never
it.
worked for
They
I'm
deserve it.
saying though,
an
Yeah.
executive. I've always
kiss
stayed
my
with
ass, kiss his ass, kiss his ass.
I guess
ass.
I guess for me
Oh,
the closest
shit.
example would be like the president of my university, and I don't think I've ever met the president of one of my universities that I've worked for. Not yeah.
You know,
So-
it's possible to be too pedantic.
I don't think it is, Maya.
I know.
Smart ass, sarcastic
See,
dick,
I
or
would
is it
say this to
clueless,
every
affable?
healthcare administrator ever.
Oh, yeah. You know what? And I work in
Deserve
healthcare
it.
administration. See, Ben and I are on the same page.
I mean, the number of healthcare administrators seems to be declining in recent weeks.
Demonetized.
I know Chevy Chase really
Hey, we don't got snitches here.
only has those 2 speeds as an
No.
actor, but dick or ass.
You'll be banned forever if I find out that you're a certain McDonald's worker. And I don't advocate for murder, just class solidarity.
Asshole movie. You can't have both. Wait.
Can I show you something?
And welcome to the first of 2 scenes you forgot about when you fire up this family comedy with your parents. Also, what's Clark so flustered about here? He's in the goddamn lingerie section, so doesn't it stand to reason that a female would be manning the booth? Hell, he has seen an attractive retail employee before, right? Furthermore, think about this poor lady.
Yeah, you're a grown-ass man. What is wrong with you?
Jeremy.
He's never seen a woman before in his life.
Ever.
These
No.
scenes, they're not, like, if you do it with a 14-year-old kid, like boy who's in Victoria's Secret for the first time, and there's a young, then like I get how it could kind of be fun. This is just cringe and weird and bad. in my
Yeah.
opinion.
It is, and it kind of makes it that anxiety cringe comedy. But also, if I were the Birdman, I'd be sending this scene because Jeremy sends movies for this scene does not contain a lap dance. They are the same level of grade school immature boy mind, especially when it comes to boobies.
Yeah, I mean, you would think it like he's got to be upper 30s, lower 40s, the character or whatever. He's mastered the art of like staring a woman in her, without her knowing or at least coming off creepy.
Well, I
He
mean,
thinks he doesn't come off.
I feel like you're assuming a lot about his dating history because soon I will be in my late 30s and I haven't been on a date in like 5 years.
So if you saw this woman, you would just like you wouldn't be able to see her eyes. You'd just be staring straight at her tits and drooling instead of talking.
No, it's I would behave, like a normal person, and what I would it's simply that if I did want to ask them out, which like just as a random customer in a store, like how do you
don't hit on people
That's
when
weird.
you're working.
It's weird. Yeah. Not while they're working.
Not while they're
Exactly.
working, yeah.
Exactly.
This is like just sound life advice, guys.
Yeah,
Like it's I mean, just the power dynamic there. Like it.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. And that being said, I'm saying this is someone who's been in a few professions where, my colleagues and I like constantly were hit on. And
I thought that sentence was going somewhere else.
I
I've been in
was-
a few professions.
oh,
Wow.
not
I
what
mean,
I
no
meant.
shame. I've done it myself. It's just you got to do your hustle. You got to make you got to pay rent somehow, and still have cash left over for you. Something for dinner, a
Oh my
piece of
God.
bread here and there.
Like, no shame on sex workers. A job's a job, and you need to be paid adequately for your time.
Not a job I can get.
But I have not personally been in that profession. Just saying.
Jump when she's suddenly knocked over by what has to be the 12th middle-aged boner of the day.
These are cut really high on the hip. Look, I'm wearing something similar.
Marshall Fields really used to have an aggressive marketing strategy.
That is a pretty aggressive marketing strategy.
That does seem that in this context, given the general vibe of the store, that does seem inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever been in a store where a woman would just be like, look, you can see my whole ass.
Let me show you the underwear I'm not wearing.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
And
she
nothing would
really
happen.
should ask for consent before she did that. Like, other people.
It's funny because you're not wrong.
Yeah.
The guy does this, he gets arrested for flashing, right? So
100%.
Yeah.
Strategy for their merchandise, putting the ladies' underwear display right by the window and asking their sales force to model it in the middle of a crowded store.
Oh, and that's his kid right there. So, yeah.
What day is it again? The last
in
time we
front
saw
of
the calendar.
children. In the 1980s, when you could be arrested for contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Yes.
Won't someone please think of the children?
It's true.
Look, how could I possibly think about kids when I have to get these panties? I have a quota here.
Yeah. Now, one thing I do like about this movie is the way they use the advent calendar as a way to show you time is passing quickly and efficiently and how close to Christmas you are in the progress of the movie. It's kind of fucking brilliant.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah. I mean,
It was December
4th. That is how you show, don't tell. Whereas that first scene when they're like, Dad, what are we doing again?
I know. I'm the youngest person in this house, and I totally forgot that it's Christmas time and we don't have a tree. Plausible.
14th, and Clark went from his office to the department store, which makes it really weird that Rusty was there, but whatever. My point is, did they invite the parents to stay here for nearly 2 goddamn weeks?
If you rub it for me, I'll give you a whole
I'm willing to
quarter.
bet they didn't invite the parents to stay for 2 goddamn weeks. They took the liberty of doing it themselves.
It's been known to happen.
I'm just saying.
I mean, there was a lot of overlap in the 80s between, previous generations and the generations to come and where boundaries were and so forth.
Yeah.
And it wasn't uncommon
No.
when those elders were young themselves for relatives to drop by and stay a month. And
Yeah.
it just was a thing people did.
Right.
Yeah, if my grandparents had ever done that, my parents would have not been happy, and they had a great relationship. It's just that they
I mean, I don't know that it wasn't unannounced. I mean, clearly they knew they were on their way. But like Amber's saying, I mean, it's just not, especially if they have to fly in. They haven't seen the grandchildren and God knows how long. I mean, they're retired. They have nothing better to do. I don't know that that's very uncommon now.
No, I would agree. It was more the direction that it went.
Mm-hmm.
We would go and stay with them for multiple weeks rather than vice versa, because I mean, I think part of it was dad would never be able to take as much time when we were visiting the grandparents, because for the record, I only ever had one set of grandparents, my mom's parents. My dad's parents
because
died
your dad
decades ago.
Yeah, your paternal line like to wait forever until
Forever.
one must pass before I can marry.
Yeah. I basically have to wait until 2050, I guess, before I get hitched and have kids. But
Stands to reason.
yeah, so.
Damn, I just realized we have Elaine from NBC's Seinfeld, Dolores from ABC's The Wonder Years, and Leonard from CBS's The Big Bang Theory, which means we have an official network TV bingo. And because I generally hate network TV, that deserves a big bangin' sin.
Well, I mean, we should have made bingo.
I hope he falls and
It's
breaks his neck.
Christmas. We can give Al the day off.
Oh, but I don't think we're lucky enough to have him break his neck.
Twitter.
Let's go.
Ladder disgust? Or ladder envy? I'm really just looking for any other character traits in these two besides jackass. This is not only not how...
I mean, fair point.
Maybe
Ladders
this
work, it's not-
inspired it. Little Johnny Knoxville's watching this movie going, I can do that as a career.
Really just looking for any other character traits in these two besides jackass. This is not only not how ladders work, it's not how physics works. This entire sequence of hanging lights has been officially brought to you by Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes!
I mean, depending on how the ladders work, it could be how physics works, but I don't think it's how ladders work.
For when you want to hilariously and hideously torture a mother, but not kill him.
Would it be indecent to ask the grandparents to stay at a hotel?
Considering how loud you're...
Right?
I mean, they're in the next fucking room.
Well, honestly, like, she's the person who can do it and get away with it.
Right.
It's if the kids are feeling that way, like when my grandparents would come and stay, I never wanted them to leave because
they would just shower you. You could get away with murder. I
exactly.
But I never had to share a room with certainly not my brother, my sister maybe, but
yeah, no, they were always able to stay in an additional room, the guest room. So.
Exactly.
But
I'm pretty sure you just did.
Do you sleep with your brother? Do you know how sick and twisted that is, Mom?
Look, Audrey has a...
They're in Illinois, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Illinois is like northern Alabama. So that's like...
the phrasing.
Okay.
No.
Half of the panel at least. I don't know where that is from. But, just because we're from Illinois does not mean that we're incestuous, Alabamians.
We're not incestuous. We're just insanely corrupt.
Yeah,
There's
it's not the region that's the problem. It's the fact that she openly admitted that that's what's happening, and it's their family.
So what? I'm missing something. What happened?
I don't know. I mean, she probably saw her brother like whacking off or something.
But is sleeping with their brother in this movie?
Well, no, they put him in the same room. Yeah. I don't know what's happening in said room.
Don't know. Yeah, it's just that they said
he's
the way they phrased it that we know they didn't mean it that way, but we know that nowadays you can't phrase it like that.
Right.
Phrasing, yeah.
Brother, do you know how sick and twisted that is, Mom?
Look, Audrey has a point, but this is also a big-ass house, and she could easily crash on the couch of the living room in addition to many other solutions. The fact that Clark hasn't launched a staple through one of these wires, thereby electrocuting the out of himself whenever he later works on these...
Why is he doing this at night?
...is less believable than that this house
so
alone
he can
throws
see the lights.
That is not how that works. That is not how that works.
That's not how any of this works.
Oh.
Well, it's like December 14th, so he doesn't have vacation time yet, so he has to do it at night because he's got to work in the morning and then go ogle some more boobies on the lunch break.
Okay, see, that's actually probably accurate. I mean, not the ogling. Never mind. But the daylight does not last long, and if you have a full-time job, when you get home it's dark. So
I go to work and it's dark. I come home and it's dark again. I only see the sun because I work in a truck. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Blonde Bombsheller apparently did give us a couple more.
Did it
more
work?
Cultists?
10 more cultists. Yay. You're supposed to say thank you, goddammit.
I don't know how to do that.
Hey, we do appreciate you, Blonde Bombsheller. But also, Mark Agamotto for $5 says, if my parents tried this with me, I'd be handing them a tent and sleeping bags.
Fair.
Merry Christmas, BBH. I see you there.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Entire
All
Chicago
right,
City.
so what I've been telling everybody, and I like this panel. I know that nobody would be a Grinch in the panel. However, in the chat, I'm going to require you to all play fair and be nice and I don't know, not
holiday cheerfulness and goodwill towards
But
BBH.
I'll just tell you what I tell you. Like, I'll tell you what I tell you the other 364 days out of the year. Don't be a rancid bitch. Just chill out, relax, enjoy the stream.
I love the there's a nuclear switch. I love this so much.
You don't have like 5 of those?
I'm very poor, Doc. I have LED earrings.
I mean, radium is cheaper.
It's true.
Wait, he could have easily dropped down to that first floor roof and walked over the ladder, right? His feet must have been touching.
And why is that?
Yeah, just dropping down onto an icy roof.
An icy roof at like a 50-degree angle, covered in snow.
Yeah, I don't know if that would have worked better for him.
That wasn't going to work out. Like, it would have worked out better because he would have like been like instead of. But
yeah, it could have been more thumps.
Yeah, but more thumps, that matters a lot, okay? Because the first thump, you're going half as fast, which means a quarter of the energy.
The carpet all wet, Todd.
I don't know.
Yeah, Todd.
Oh, Margot.
If these two elitist
Todd
yuppers
does
are
not know
supposedly
physics.
so cool, why are they living in the suburbs and not the city?
None of us do.
Also, seriously, how
That is a
blaming
good
Clark not
question.
there-
They are quintessential yuppies. Like, they really do need to be in a high rise somewhere.
I kind of thought so. I'm like, why are they in suburbia with yokels like Clark? Like, they should be like moving into the Beetlejuice house, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Her immediate reaction. There's a hole in their window that faces the gutter that's clearly hanging off the roof, and Margot was just looking right out the window. Joy to the world! I can believe that Clark wanted to wait until the whole family was here to turn everything on, but this entire bull depends on him not checking any of the lights along the way.
Wow, yeah.
Which is daffy, even for a doltish, doddering dad.
You worked really hard, Grandma.
So do washing machines.
One angry man here would...
What does that mean?
The washing machines work really hard? I don't know. I could totally see Clark not checking any of his work because that's sort of like the culture.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Well, and these are the wife's parents who clearly have no respect for him.
Oh, so they're on point, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would be excellent at CinemaSins.
Well, Dad, it was a good try.
Jesus Christ, I understand the in-laws going back inside, but someone would immediately be going into troubleshooting mode, right?
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
You would think that. But we can't do that to make the movie happen.
I mean, it's like they don't even have a hall probe on hand.
Platitudes are taking much longer than it would to check the goddamn breaker. All old men are gross and horny and old cliche. I mean, just because it's true doesn't make it any less of a cliche. I'm kind of sick of referring to these absurdly large
I mean, that
moons
is a
as
valid
personal-
point.
Big fucking moon!
I can't believe you don't have a what do you call it, emoji for that.
I let my members get to vote on emojis. I'm sure I put a moon up at some point or another.
Not even a moon, like a big fucking moon.
A huge moon.
It's not as funny as a big fucking moon.
Big fucking moon. Yeah, the problem is, how do you express that in emoji terms?
BFM.
You put two moons,
Okay,
two
BFM.
very large moons right next to each other.
Well, that's a pre-Muhammad moon.
Okay, well, I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it more fun as an emoji. Okay.
I'm really bad at making emojis, so.
Almighty moons. So, because this looks like it's about to hit the earth, I'm gonna call this motherfucker the Melancholia Moon. Hilarity ensues, I know, but this setup is unbelievable. First off, who closes an open attic without asking if there's someone up there? Even the biggest asshole in the universe.
I remember being like 8 years old and watching this and wondering that, like, did she really think that somebody just like left the attic open and like walked away for no reason?
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
That did piss me off a little bit too when I was little, but even then, but more so as I've become an adult, I've realized that most people are actually like that. They will see something that's clearly there for someone else because they need it, and they will take it away because fuck you, I'm cold. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough.
We cannot have nice things because a human will come along and fuck with it.
Well, I mean, I have a lot of nice things. I just grab them whenever I see them. So, I mean, I don't see what the problem is. Oh, I just realized that I'm the bad guy in this story.
Thanks, man.
Like Kim Jong-un wouldn't even do this to his uncle. Second, why can't Clark say anything?
Wow, that
was funny. That was funny.
Wow, yeah. Oh.
It's not like he's going to give away the secret location of the gifts. They're hidden in that little crack that's impossible to find. Third, what attic door locks from the outside?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, and I'm pretty sure most of those you would be able to get out by doing this. Even if it did have like a little latch, you would break that shit.
Allowing the person in said attic to escape. Look at when he opens the hatch. There's not even a spring-loaded latch that would potentially need to be tripped from the outside. If anything, it's shown as too easy to open, given Clark's head injury. Goddamn, this attic sequence pisses me off.
That's just classic, though. That actually does happen.
Sideshow Clark.
And now he's got his exit.
Why doesn't he just climb down?
Man, this one pisses me off all the fucking time. Every time I see it, I get pissed off. I'm like, okay, fine. You're down. Like, just crawl off just drop down, crawl off the bed.
What's gonna happen?
He stays there for like 3 hours.
What?
Down through the...
Yeah. Well, that's the movie, is Chevy Chase does
the movie can happen.
The hole in the ceiling he just created and quit trying to get warm in the attic. The of Clark watching his childhood Christmas videos is the skippity...
Why?
So there's a hole in the goddamn attic. Keep going. Look at him.
Be a skip to ever skip.
Oh, it doesn't really show. Right. Okay, but look at all the shit he has on. He's grabbing anything possible to stay warm. He's freezing his ass off. And there's a hole in the goddamn roof. He doesn't even have to fall stories down.
He was standing on the bed.
On a bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really lazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like if one leg went through and then he spent 5 minutes trying to like open the hole and make it bigger and he couldn't.
Right.
But
no, man-sized hole could easily just get out of the attic rather than looking like this. And he has a lot of shit. Like, you're not seeing it in this and in anything that they're showing here. But like he's like wandering around trying to put on anything to stay warm. Rather than jumping down the hole to warmth.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just a point of contention
you're
every
right.
time I see this.
This would infuriate me at a level that
That I'm at.
Yeah.
You movie! I'm gonna have a hard time finding odder product placement in a movie than the giant McDonald's poster on the side of a basement fridge.
Everybody come on!
We're gonna complain about product placement with a background poster, but not the fucking Tasmanian devil mug that Clark had in like the second scene. Like, hey, look, it's a Warner Brothers property. We're gonna do some Looney Tunes. No. Let's talk about the poster, which doesn't even say McDonald's. It's just fucking
it could
fries.
It really could be anybody's fries.
Yeah.
I didn't remember the scene exactly, so I don't know if maybe there's something but you would see it on the cup. You would see it on the cup if it were actually McDonald's. I mean, They
This
don't
is just
own
sitting
Red.
to thin shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they probably just had a bad prop.
Than the giant McDonald's poster on the side of a basement fridge.
I'm willing to bet they didn't give McDonald's a dime for that.
Or get McDonald's.
Yeah, I think it would be the
Or
other way around.
getting. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, it could be Arby's fries. We don't know. They're not the curly fries. That's obvious. But I mean, there's 2 straws in the fucking drink. Like, what? Whatever.
Chevy Chase says this line's so goddamn adorably here that it almost makes me forget that his asshole personality reportedly chased Chris Columbus off this project as director. Almost.
Oh my God.
Everyone's favorite Christmas comedy or the world's worst carpet cleaner commercial.
Eddie?
Man, remember when Randy Quaid only played characters like this?
Yes. Oh my God. I remember when he like turned crazy a couple of years back, and I'm like, he just really like think the Uncle Eddie character was like,
yo, that's what happened to
admirable.
Russell Brand.
Too much method acting.
Oh my
It
God.
burns into your neurons.
Right. But this really is an iconic character.
Man, remember when Randy Quaid only played characters like this?
After that long drive, we could use a little private time together.
Apparently, the Eddie and Catherine private time scenes were what was cut out from the Adrian Lyne reshoots.
You got a little bit of Mississippi leghound in it.
Thank God.
Grab your leg and just go to town.
I like this movie a lot, but it comes to a screeching halt whenever Eddie soliloquies about something gross. That goes on for longer than the Sound and Fury speech in Macbeth.
That's the point, Jeremy. He talks about gross shit for an uncomfortably long period of time. That is the joke.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like when people complain about that scene where Peter hurts his knee and then goes
exactly,
and they complain that it goes on for too long, and I'm like, that's a solid 2-minute joke right there.
There it goes. Yeah.
Because
it's a slow build. Like it's a form of a joke.
It's also you have to get the timing right, because jokes like that, if you cut them off too early, then they're not funny. If you cut them off a little earlier than that, they're funny again. They grow in funniness, and then there's a dead period, and you have to wait long enough until it resurges, and then you have to like cut it off then, because if you then just wait even longer, it becomes like just obnoxious and boring again.
My count, Eddie and his family got here on the 16th, so did nothing hilarious happen in that one day after they arrived? Seems like the previous few days were packed with tomfoolery. It's funny that all the employee gifts to Mr. Shirley are shaped the same, but what the f*** did everyone get it? One shoe? Soulless evil boss man conducts to Mr. Shirley or...
This guy needed an L piece playing Tetris, I guess.
It's true. But I mean, like, you know, it's a corporation. Everything is cookie cutter. There's like one acceptable. There's probably a handbook what to get each person to each level of the corporation, you know?
Yeah, I could see
Do you guys get people at work gifts for Christmas? Because that's not a thing that I've ever done.
It is thing. I mean, but I've liked my coworkers more at other places, or like at my last job, like I actually had my own department, and there's like 3 people under me. So yeah, I got them stuff. And usually like the company would get everybody something. And then, you know, in addition to the Christmas party and the yada yada. But I don't know that, usually it's just people who like, close-knit groups, like they get people each other stuff. It's not.
Yeah, it's just like friends getting.
Right.
Shaped the same, but what the f*** did everyone get it? One shoe? Soulless evil boss man conducts business behind a comically large desk that is sparsely decorated cliche.
Creates a surface 500 times more slippery than any cooking oil.
I know there are certain kitchen machines that need lubricant, but why would you make it this slippery for it to be effective? The parts would be flying off left and right in the dishwasher. These people are slicking their saucers up to sled down the mountain too, but Clark's already been riding down the slope.
Does that work?
I have never tried something so asinine. I just like... I mean, I haven't gone sledding in many, many years, but I used to just like take the sled and go and let gravity do the fucking work.
Yeah, gravity and ice and snow. Like, ice and snow are pretty slippery. I don't think adding oil to them necessarily makes them more slippery. It might actually make them well, it would decrease its static friction, but I think it would increase its dynamic friction. I don't know.
We could do studies.
Yeah, we could, but
maybe somebody will fund that fucking research.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a Nitty.
At a tremendous rate of speed.
Okay, so Nitty, actually, Nitty brings a good question. It's the whole reason I'm asking right now, because like I thought Rex was supposed to go next, but then when I looked in the thing, like Rex's video is missing, and Jay.
I thought we were doing a 2-hour stream.
Well, 7 to 9, yeah. But Jay doesn't start until 10, and Rex's video is missing. So I'm like, are we supposed to go for 3 hours, or is Jay starting early? I could totally do it. I just wouldn't know what I'm doing, because I don't want to hop off and have like there be an hour lag in between.
Oh yeah, no,
Ben and Ember, you're under no obligation to go an extra hour, or like Jay, I think is only going an hour if Jay wanted to go early, because the one after that is Mark Reed. So if like Ember went 2 hours, we could go 2 hours. If Jay wants to go 2 hours, I just want to know what I'm doing and who I'm passing to, because right now the stream's it's not going to kick over to anyone else.
I could go for an hour.
So I tried to message Purple and Jay. Nobody has responded to me. If anybody is in another venue where either Purple or Jay are, if you could ask them what they're doing, that'd be great. And again, I'm happy to go 3 hours. I just want to make sure that I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. Oh, Jay doesn't want to go 2 hours. So there's that. All right. Well, anybody who wants to come in, you're welcome to come in. We'll be going for at least another hour. Links at the top of the chat.
Boom, boom.
Did they take an overnight to the Alps?
Bingo.
Off. There's no way you guys saw all that from right there. He went through a forest, man. This dream sequence is ridiculous. Everyone knows Chicago doesn't get any warm summer days. If Gus
I mean,
that's not true at all.
We do get that 1 week.
Oh, it can be hot as hell in Chicago.
August. Well, okay, yeah. I'll give you July and August. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that it's like people do have pools in Illinois.
Yeah,
but it's just not like the East Coast.
Yeah, I think it's silly to have a pool in Illinois, but
yeah, I mean, you're getting if you're advantageous, you can maybe get 4 months out of it, but
yeah, like my buddy had a pool, and I would go swimming in it.
No, there are people with pools.
Sam ever decided to do
but it's a silly wish for Illinois, especially Northern Illinois.
R-rated shot-for-shot remake of this movie, I guarantee you Clark would be actively jerking off in this scene. Fast Times at the Griswold house.
That is a good question.
Clark blocking.
Sorry.
Wait, hold up. When men are doing this, aren't they normally jacking off?
Doing what?
Fantasizing. I mean, I don't know. Checking into the spank bank.
Well, okay. Well, then you just asked the question: when men are jerking off, aren't they normally jerking off?
Oh no! When men are doing this, aren't they normally jerking off?
When men are doing what? Like watching
this, the thing that is happening in front of your eyes.
Watching a woman in the pool.
God.
No. I've never jerked off while watching a woman.
But no. It's not a real woman in a pool. Clark is staring out a window and fantasizing about a woman in a pool. Oh, yeah. And since he's fantasizing, shouldn't he also be fantasizing?
Well, see, this is what happens because I've never seen the movie. Okay, because you had to
really thought he was like staring at his woman out his window into like a Hawaiian dream scene. I don't know. And the girl from the store just happened to be out back in the pool that he doesn't have.
I forgot that it was Christmas time.
Okay.
Because we were talking about the summer. I'm not a smart weasel.
No, it's Wald House. I get confused sometimes too.
Clark blocking.
You know, every year he comes to our house.
I know Clark's just trying to be nice to the girl, but he doesn't want them to come back here next year, right? Like, just to remind her that Santa goes to all the places and something just went wrong last year.
was full.
How could Clark and Ellen even hear that through the closed window and the noise of the
It's a storm sewer. If it fills with gas, I pity the person who lights a match within 10 yards of it.
match shadowing? Also, for how
Well, that's not going to end well.
long is this
Does
supposed
it
to
make
be
it
dangerous?
Chekhov's shit pile?
I mean, I guess if somebody like pointed out the gun on the mantle, then it would. But
We see Uncle Lewis blow.
The thing about Chekhov's gun is it's a lot more subtle than that. It's just there. Nobody mentions it.
It up on Christmas Eve, but this is supposedly the 22nd. Did the methane seriously linger around for 2.5 days?
Merry Christmas! was full.
Coincidentally, this is what we say to each other when we lock a script for CinemaSins. I'm curious as hell why Eddie has loaded up 3 different dry dog foods into the cart, including 2 different bags of Old Roy.
When did you move
I mean, he's got a picky dog.
to Florida?
Wow, dementia jokes, old people being assholes, wearing toupees. It's really the geriatric tired comedy trifecta.
Why would somebody wrap up a cat in a box?
Oh yeah,
Why
he's
would
a
somebody
walking
make
old
3
person cliche.
equals to Vacation, a reboot, and Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure spin-off? Some questions just don't have good answers, Rusty.
Listen here, it's leaking.
Long before Prometheus and the Fantastic Four, Ellen Griswold was doing pioneering research into sticking her bare hand into foreign substances.
Let's go find your sister.
The director said, "We don't have any apples left over from craft services, so let's just have this character get all horned up for his teenage cousin to make him look like even more of an asshole." Man, this is like an ASMR video.
Yeah. I was thinking of the same thing. I was like, the amount of eating sounds that I'm being subjected to right now.
Can you imagine the Foley artists who are the directors?
Yeah, I mean, I
they
think
need you to make gobbling noises.
Well, yeah, and I think it kind of went with like the earlier in the scene, it was showing how like the old that what was her name? Aunt Bethany. She had a what do you call it? A jello mold or whatever with cat food or what's the hard cat food? I don't want to call it a treat, but yes, like cat food on top. And then the turkey was like beyond dry and like,
yeah, when he just touches the butcher knife to it and it just poofs open and it's like all
and
splinters.
there's like no meat inside. So like I don't know. It's amazing that they're eating it all and not just like you remember that scene in what do you call it when the dogs ate all the food in A Christmas Story and then they just went to Chinese.
Yeah.
Like I mean that's actually what they should have been doing, but like instead they're eating like for appearances.
I might do that tomorrow. I might go to a Chinese restaurant.
That actually sounds pretty good.
Right?
Chinese.
So for people who never want to eat amongst other people ever again. Look, I've done a few cat sins lately, even though, of course, I love cats, but they're also a sin. You see? Look at this. My hands are tied.
I told you had too many plugs.
What was wrong with that adorable cat? I mean, yeah, it's about to electrocute itself, but...
Yeah, what he doesn't show is that immediately after the cat just fries.
Oh.
Well,
Why did
I
they
mean,
keep that out?
And I can't tell you how many times I've seen a Twitch streamer go down because the cat, unbeknownst to them, was chewing their cable while they were streaming.
Yeah.
Cats,
that's
but
a
they're
thing.
also a sin. You see? Look at this. My hands are tied.
I told you had too many plugs in one outlet.
Oh, God.
Not how electricity works.
It's not the
Such
chair,
an
it's some
adorable
kind of-
cat.
I know. I cried the first time I saw that. I'm like, I hate this movie.
Absolutely shocking.
It's stupid, and
Gasp.
then there's cat murder.
Well, I mean, the cat might still be alive, okay?
Well, not now. It's been 40 years.
I don't think you understand how quantum mechanics works.
Oh, if you put it in a box.
Or fry it underneath a chair.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah.
And he
If
just
only
leaves?
they hadn't
I'm
looked.
assuming Clark Griswold isn't going to be arrested with Jane Fonda and Sam Waterston in D.C. over climate control protests anytime soon.
Your bonus.
My bonus.
This is such a bonehead move. Doesn't matter how much of an actual check would be here. There's no way Clark would immediately share that with the entire family.
With this bonus check, I'm putting in a swimming pool.
Has he opened it yet?
No.
No.
Is it good that I asked that question?
You know what? I'm tempted because I know it's going to get like, I don't care if I don't like if it gets demonetized, but like, I don't want the stream to get taken down because it is like one of like the most epic cinema rants of all time.
What is when he opens it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so are you saying that you want to watch that scene or not?
I don't know if they'll include it though.
No, they won't. They won't include it here.
I will keep playing because they probably won't.
No, they won't. They will not. And I'm thinking he won't because it's too long.
It's too much for fair use that they can. Like,
yeah, he can't. It's definitely not fair use. I'm worried if I play it, will they just take the channel, like the stream down? Like that's my concern. Like it's not fair use. I'm not even questioning that. It's a matter of whether or not the stream will just get taken down mid rant.
Since you just said the sentence, it's not fair use. Like we have 0 legs to stand on, which means that we can't tempt fate.
No, like I don't give a fuck about fair use. Like, I mean, not fair use. I mean, I've had like a number of videos. Like, it's like this can never be monetized because of fair use. And I'm like, well, I'm not monetized, so fuck you. But
a strike and a takedown are very different from non-monetization.
I don't know that it would get a strike, but like I've seen people not get trial strikes and. Yeah.
So I will say, of all of the streams that we do each year, this one, it like kind of makes more sense that we should prioritize being on stream because that's kind of like the point of the stream, right? Then like a BSS, we're just like messing around and we can do what we want, but like I don't want to mess up the Christmas stream. So
we
really
get taken down, and then everybody on the playlist just automatically gets shoved over to Jay's and then waits.
Yeah, for an hour and a half, like that would be bad.
Entire family.
With this bonus check, I'm putting in a swimming pool.
So even Ellen didn't know? I'm not saying you have to tell your wife everything, but maybe mention that you're going to tear up the backyard and put in something that will take the value of the house down quite a bit, or at least limit your resale to a more niche clientele.
It's bigger than you expected?
Oddly enough, this is what my college girlfriend asked me when we tried our brief but educational experiment with something called pegging.
Oh my.
Eggnogging your feelings.
Like a monkey he is! Hallelujah! Holy where's the Tylenol?
Jesus Christ. This rant is epic, and since the movie finally gave me a big-ass laugh, I'm going to go ahead and knock us in off.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if anything, he's being too liberal with the sin retaking.
How much was it?
How much what?
It was like a solid 55 seconds of just screaming about corporate bullshit.
Yeah.
How much was the check for?
Oh, no, he didn't get a check.
Out.
It was like jelly. Yeah, it was like
he didn't get fired, did he?
No, they decided to not give bonuses that year at all, unbeknownst to anyone.
Oh, that's a shitty thing to do.
So he got like the actual thing was like a Jellies of the World or something. I mean, just something stupid like that. Like
Bread of the Month Club.
Right.
Actually, I'd like that. Someone get me that.
Wine of the month here. I'll put it to good use.
Heroin of the month here. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Drink this out.
Like, we are going to get stricken. Come hell or high water.
I feel like I need another drink.
That's fair. That's fair. Do not give weasels heroin. You're not gonna like what happens.
I will for a little bit.
You will.
At the cliche convenience store, mother. Okay, this squirrel is almost as annoying to me as the endgame rat. I cut this tree down about an hour ago. Where's it been hiding? Why hasn't it made a goddamn sound this entire time? Why is it only here for stupid comedic purposes when it also could make a bit of sense? Also, Monopoly. Squirter.
What? Did that dog just jump through the door?
Through the door because it heard a squirrel?
That is not
and
a
knew.
thing that... What is that door made out of?
But
it
it's
appears
funny.
to be paper.
It's made out of balsa wood. Literally, look at it. Look at the parts that got knocked out. It's
Pooch. Gone. If you mean anything resembling a linear narrative in this movie, I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Take a look around you, Ellen. We're at the threshold of hell.
But Vegas Vacation won't be released for another 8 years.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, Clark.
Damn it, Eddie is dumb. Extremely dumb. But we're saying he's kidnapped a rich executive that screwed Clark over on his bonus on Christmas Eve dumb, while also saying he's clever enough to find said executive with a very limited amount of information that Clark gave him in an emotional speech.
Yeah, he's like, he's crazy, and crazy people have weird competencies.
It's kind of like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone, where he was too stupid to pack a suitcase, but smart enough to like rig his entire house to prevent people from stealing their shit.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
It's people that make the difference.
Wow, all it took was several glances from the Griswold to make Frank have an entire change of heart. I guess they didn't have time to squeeze in visits from 4 different ghosts.
You are gonna have to break down the goddamn door!
And completely without a search warrant. USA! USA! I'm gonna go ahead and assume they gave Beverly
yeah, I can see the cops saying, she gave us permission, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Not that they actually care, but yeah.
You're gonna have to break down the goddamn door!
And completely without a search warrant. USA!
Well, we wanted to come in, and she said...
that we would have to break down the door. And we interpreted that as, come on, please.
I mean, technically, they didn't even break down the door. They broke open the door. The door is still attached to its hinges and shit.
Don't give them an excuse. But for $2, Mark, right-handed Sith. Gosh. Mark, right-handed Sith Smith says, vodka of the month for me, please. Mark, thank you for your $2. And the comic relief.
Hey, USA! I'm gonna go ahead and assume they gave Beverly D'Angelo a massive bonus for having to hold on to Chevy Chase's junk for this long, even if she did it as an improvisation. And I hope it was much bigger than whatever Clark's bonus ended up being.
Didn't they, use a prop to make it look like Chevy Chase had bigger junk there?
I hope they at least gave him a cup or something. I don't know. How big is this junk supposed to be there? Because I
don't know. I vaguely recall hearing something about that, but I mean, it was probably on YouTube, and can't trust what you hear on YouTube.
True. All right. I don't know. Vandy, what do you think?
Oh, I think that I should probably watch some of these movies.
You should. It's like, to be a proper nerd. Granted, this one is a little bit on the dweeb side, but stuff like
it's a holiday one. So,
all the Star Warses, all the Back to the Futures, a couple of the Star Trek 2 for sure. But there's a few requisite movies. You just have to. Yeah.
I have not seen all of the Star Wars media. I think I have seen all of the movies, though.
There's way too much. No,
unless they've added another movie, but I don't think they've added another movie recently. So.
Yeah, honestly, you can't, with all the shit on Disney Plus, you can't expect everybody to ever see. I mean, you can pirate shit. Piracy is absolutely a thing that can happen here on the internet.
Indeed.
So you don't necessarily have to have a Disney Plus subscription, but you have to care about a thing enough to bother to go pirate it. And
Oh, Ember, did you catch any of the opening song?
A little bit.
I don't.
It was so long ago now.
The opening song was about Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, it was to the tune of Rudolph.
If that
the
doesn't ring
Red-Nosed
a bell,
Reindeer.
then you didn't catch any of it. Trust
Yeah, I
me.
guess
Like
not.
this is not something you would forget.
I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Do you want to show it again?
I was thinking about that, but
Yeah, go for it.
because
There's
I think we have
different people here now.
I could use
different
a
people here
moment
now,
or
yeah.
two.
Oh, so you wanted to take like 5 minutes or wait?
Yeah.
Okay, if you could give me a second though, like what? So the other videos I have here are we have TikTok's craziest conspiracy theories, 10 Christmas Mandela effects, or everything wrong with a Christmas story. Or I guess I could let the chat decide if you're undecided.
Yeah, do a poll. People love polls.
And then I guess while I'm doing that, I guess you can pee into a bowl or something. Or are you gonna eat?
So the thing about the heroin earlier, I've developed a horrible addiction. It's a huge problem. That's a joke.
That is usually what happens with heroin. Yes.
Yeah. No, I've never.
That's
never
what I
done
hear.
heroin. But yeah. Wait. So what are we doing?
I'm
You're
doing
typing.
a poll. Yeah, I'm definitely typing. So it's everything wrong with A Christmas Story, and that was the one, with Ralphie, da 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 da.
Oh yeah.
Christmas Mandela effects.
Do they have one about Elf?
Hold up. And then
there's TikTok and
the 20 TikTok's craziest conspiracy theories, and I can't fit that all in the thingy here. So it's the craziest conspiracy theories on TikTok this year. I think that was the one for this year. So I put that in the chat so that, and then I guess we could play the video again while you feed your habit.
It's very normal.
There is an Elf
Completely
one. It's
destroyed.
19 minutes long.
Oh, everything wrong with Elf?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. There's everything wrong with every movie.
Just about. I mean, Jeremy keeps working on them.
Yeah. You could do that too. All right.
There are so many notable Rudolphs that we know. Maya, that reindeer, and poor Valentino. What do you recall? The most batshit Rudy of all.
Did you all watch My Cousin Vinny?
Rudolph the leaky lawyer had a very slimy face, and to the law profession he was, well, a big disgrace. Lots of confused New Yorkers found that they were incorrect. They thought their former mayor had a little self-respect. Then one night 2 years ago, Donald called to say, Rudy, with your Rogaine roots, help me hide my prostitutes. And how he sweat and slobbered as he melted on TV. Rudolph the leaky lawyer, you'll go down in infamy. Let's take it nice and easy. Get it?
He says to her, how many fingers do I got up? I know crimes. I can smell them.
He's batshit, yeah he is. Rudolph the leaky lawyer had a pair of crazy eyes. And while he spread corona, he was also spreading lies. Oh, how the whole world mocked him, though he kept his dress shirts tucked. He couldn't tell poor Donald. Pack it up, cause babe, you're failing to overturn this election. Still each day for months on end, Donald texted, hey, Rudy, with your fart so free, let's go screw democracy. How that dripping doormat bent to Donald's every whim. Rudolph the leaky lawyer, you'll go down in flames with him. You'll go down in flames with him. You'll go down, yes, you'll go down, you'll go down in flames with him. Jingle bells, white padded cells, lock them all away.
I know crimes. I can smell them.
Look, honey, that ain't crimes. Maybe.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I caught the very end of that. I was like, Randy Rainbow. But yeah, that was, I love that they got in little references to the Four Seasons nonsense. Just, oh my goodness. And I'd forgotten about that Borat film incident. Oh my.
Randy didn't.
What can we do with all these fucking chuds?
I don't know. I just Randy Rainbow's awesome. I love that song.
Yeah, he went way over the top. I mean, Randy Rainbow kind of going over the top is what he does, but like, there's more verses in that than there were in the original. I appreciate that.
All right, and for $5, Mark, right-handed Sith Smith, says, I can sum up everything wrong with A Christmas Story in one sentence. The movie exists.
Ow.
You're going to put your eye out with commentary like that.
Wow. It's a bold strategy.
Looks like, oh, wow.
It's pretty
everything
even.
wrong with A Christmas Story and everything, and Christmas Mandela effects are neck and neck.
We need more votes. Democracy, people. I'll jingle at you.
Yeah, and we have 25 votes, so I don't know.
44 people currently watching. What's going on, folks? I understand after this past November, if the people are a little gun shy about pulling the trigger on a decision like this, but I promise we're not going to get deported or put in death camps over this one.
Okay, Christmas Mandela effects is
it has a plurality.
Yeah. What did I just do?
Okay.
I should have just sent all three of them to you so you'd have it ready. All right, I just sent it to you on Discord.
Yeah, I see it.
All right, I was hoping something would at least get 50%, but 45 is close enough.
No, they want to fight. They want to fight over it.
I know.
Oh, and thank you to whoever said I have a cool hat.
I think everyone said you have a cool hat, Ben.
Yeah.
Yes, so thank you for telling me I have a cool hat.
Fantastic. So, because I feel the need to do it, the channel is all time. They have 337,000 subscribers. This video has 550,000 views.
Nice.
So let's get into some Christmas Mandela effects.
This is going to be painful.
Yep.
A Mandela effect is a crazy phenomenon where a group of people have a clear, collective memory of something that apparently never happened. It's a strange phenomenon where some people are always affected, some never affected, and others are somewhere in between. No one really knows why this is. But
no, we know why this is, but
partially because they left out a really big detail about when it happens, which is it's always something that is a reasonable version of what could have happened. Like if you misremembered, this is how you would misremember it.
But that's what makes it so fun to talk about.
It's not like nobody has the idea that that 9/11 happened during Barack Obama's term.
Which is weird.
Yeah, I don't think that counts as a valid Mandela. That's
no,
just,
it's
people
not.
Are fucking stupid.
Right.
Well,
Thank you.
Nobody thinks that. I'm unaware. I literally made that example up. I don't believe anybody thinks that. Is my point.
People think that. No, that is a thing that people think.
I literally made it up.
You did not. People blame Obama for 9/11.
We're experiencing a
during
Mandela
his
moment
term.
right now.
I didn't say they didn't blame him. That's different.
No, I mean,
there's fucking.
I'm gonna have to find
Trump
videos.
himself said, "Where was Barack Obama on September 11th?"
Yeah, but that wasn't during his term, though. Okay, like, yeah, obviously people are gonna blame Obama.
Okay, but we also have to talk about the fact that, like, for Christmas Mandela effects, number one, like we already addressed that, it's easy to misremember things.
Yeah.
But it's especially easy to misremember things at a time where everybody's wasted.
Everything is so
everybody say happy birthday to Titan Uranus.
Oh, right. Happy birthday, Titan.
Happy birthday, Titan.
Happy birthday, Titan.
Yay.
Others are somewhere in between. No one really knows why this is, but that's what makes it so fun to talk about. I've got 8 Christmas-themed Mandela effects for you today, so let's get right into it. Starting off today's video is the classic Christmas song, I'll Be Home for Christmas. The lyrics for the song go as follows. I'll be home for Christmas, you can blank on me. What goes in the blank? Is it you can count on me?
Stop. What is it?
It's count. But there's multiple verses.
What is it?
Yes.
Anyone
I
else?
don't know.
Count?
I would assume count because that's the typical way of ending that phrase. But
That is the typical way of ending that phrase. Go.
On me. What goes in the blank? Is it you can count on me? Or is it you can plan on me?
Uh-oh.
If you're like so many
I mean,
Keep going.
of us, you probably said you can count on me. But that is now apparently wrong and has always been wrong. It's you can plan on me. Tell me, is this what you remember? This Mandela effect has blown away everyone, and I mean everyone. So what about the
Where does plan on me come from? I'm looking at the official lyrics right now, and it definitely says you can count on me. There isn't even a verse that says you can plan on me.
He's about to show it, actually. I don't know. And I can't say that he didn't doctor these lyrics. I will also say it's never been in my iPod list of shit to bump in the car.
Yeah.
So
no.
I know that I'm deferring to count because it is the way the phrase normally goes, not because I spent an inordinate amount of time listening to the song.
When was the song written? The original song. Like, you trace it all the way back to the first time that it had, like, most of the lyrics that we, like, count today. Because a lot of songs like this have gone through some permutations before they have the standard accepted current lyrics.
Yeah,
it's like because we just don't speak that way anymore.
Right.
Exactly. And like plan and count might have been both in use until count won over, but
dozens and dozens of versions of this song. Surely one of them says count, right? Well, let's check them out. What about Bing Crosby?
You can plan.
Michael Bublé.
You can plan.
Frank Sinatra.
You can plan.
None of them are finishing the line.
On me.
Elvis.
I mean, the last one is on me.
Yeah, but they're not finishing
and
it.
he is not, and I doubt he is going to play every single recording of this song.
Right.
No,
He's intentionally leaving out the ones that don't agree with him.
You're right, but
yeah.
You can plan.
Dean Martin.
You can plan.
Perry Como.
You can plan.
If the lyric "You Can Count on Me" exists, which it very well might, it's in none of the classic and well-known versions of this song. So, what happened to it?
True.
Challenge accepted?
Yeah, like, I mean, every version you hear in freaking grocery stores. It's probably like Johnny Mathis, for example.
Fair enough.
Why do we all remember this?
We don't.
Let's talk about a line from a scene in the
Jay
classic
says
Christmas.
that he's from a different timeline than all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, fair
Well,
enough.
but not all of. I'm just saying that, like, if the ones on YouTube or the classic ones are the only like sample you're taking into account, I'm saying that you haven't proven that there aren't other samples that have it differently. So, like, YouTube cannot be the basis for your entire argument. Like, I'm not saying that there aren't ones that say plan, but I'm not convinced that it's only that phrasing. And I would agree with other people on this panel that, like, people have either misheard lyrics or the language has changed over time, and so the lyrics have therefore changed over time.
So this is from 1958.
You can count on me.
But for the comment in the side chat, I don't think most people are trying to claim that they know the original lyrics. I think most people just sing the song and know that song that they heard. And maybe they heard it with count and they didn't hear it with plan, but that doesn't mean
number
that
of people will claim originality, but yeah.
But I don't think that's the majority of people, and I don't think that that's necessarily the common experience. I don't think everybody's as pedantic as our community is.
This movie Home Alone that apparently never existed. Not in deleted scenes, or in its theatrical release, or its trailer. It just does.
So there's a scene in this movie that everybody remembers but doesn't exist.
There's a line.
Doesn't exist.
A line.
Oh, okay.
Here's the scene. The two
That's pretty common, though.
burglars, Marv and Harry, are chasing down Kevin because they're suspicious of him. After an interaction where they almost hit him with their van. The chase concludes at a church where the lines, "Maybe went into the church. I'm not going in there. Me neither," are said. That's how the line goes now. So what's missing? Many people remember one of them saying the line, "That place gives me the creeps," but it's no longer said.
No,
Well, I could understand people in this community thinking, it's like, yeah.
I'm like, why would they say that though? That doesn't.
Yeah, the church gives me the creeps. I don't remember hearing that like that. I don't know. That didn't creep up in my timeline.
I'm not going in there.
Me neither.
Let's get out of here.
That line doesn't exist anymore in any versions of the movie, but tons of people online remember this. What about you?
That's like a weird thing to remember.
Yeah.
But
I feel like it's one of those collective trolling campaigns where somebody comes up with an outrageously specific thing from decades ago that no one can possibly remember, and then other people just kind of jump on board and they're like, yeah, for sure.
If you ask people, just a lot of people on the internet, the names of Hermione Granger's parents, there are a few answers that will occur much more often than others. But there's no right answer because we're never told their names.
I was going to say, did they have names?
Yeah.
No, they don't. But there are a few names which are more widely agreed upon.
I know. Mr. and Mrs. Granger.
No, that doesn't count. That's not helpful.
Oh, there's a good point in the side chat about the lyrics.
Where?
The last song.
What are they saying? Deviant Outcast?
Deviant Outcast, yep.
The song was written in 1943, but was revised in 1948. Searching the lyrics, both versions, count and plan, exist. Maybe the 43 version was plan and then changed to count in 48. Maybe. But like I said, I've never bumped this song. So I know that what's going on in my head is just me substituting a phrase that I have used into place. Now, what you old heads do in your spare time is on you, and you can all, fight about what timeline you're in or come from. We're in this one now, the worst one.
It's true.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Grinch.
Yay!
Every year around this time, I get comments from people telling me to cover this one. So it's finally time to cover it, Let's do it. What is the name of this Christmas book and movie retelling the story of the Grinch? Is it The Grinch Who Stole Christmas? Or is it How the Grinch Stole Christmas? This is one of those that didn't necessarily affect
It's How the Grinch. It's How the Grinch,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
But there are so many cases of people online who are affected by this that it can't possibly be ignored. I mean, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of comments and posts out there from people who remember this differently than it is now. The correct answer is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I want to hear your thoughts on this because so many people remember this differently.
Okay, stop.
And yet all of those people.
Okay, so look, I know this is like the latest one, but maybe this is what people think because like in that the latest one is that Jim Carrey, the How is so tiny.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
I think I get it. Because if when you're talking about
Who
it,
and
like,
how?
it's a little kid book, right? So when little kids talk to each other, they talk very fast, and they're like, "Hey, did you read the story of the Grinch? Have you seen the movie about the Grinch, etc.?" And the characters in there are called Who's, so it's easy for the Who to get slipped in there mentally.
Okay.
Also,
that's my head.
No, it works.
If you just cycle the letters on How, you get Who, and then you just transpose it to a different part of the sentence.
Double
It's very
dyslexia.
easy to do that, especially when you're a kid who's like learning and you don't have all the like stuff like the pathways figured out. But especially if you're dyslexic, yeah.
I mean, for those of us who aren't, I mean, it's just like
But
I
I
don't remember like looking that intently at book titles. Like if it was a long ass book title, almost always it got shortened to like a main character or something, something that stood out.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I remember thinking of it as the Grinch,
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it being How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I mean, yeah, if you asked me the whole title of the thing, I probably would have said that. But like the way when talking to friends and stuff, like, oh, did you read the Grinch or did you see the Grinch or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same way. This is what I find so weird about all of this. Does anyone remember the North Pole? Story-wise, it's where Santa and his workshop reside. It's where the toys are made and where the reindeers like Dunder and Blixum live.
What?
Blixum?
What?
Did he say Blixum?
I thought he was going to say Dunder Mifflin.
Yeah, Dunder Mifflin is one of the reindeer. Yeah.
And Michael.
Dunder and Mifflin. I'm surprised that's not like an actual quote from The Office.
Right?
Yeah, they just let that go for how many seasons? Damn.
Yeah, it's like they could have had a Christmas special where they said
was right
Dunder and
there.
Mifflin. Yeah.
This place is located at the northernmost hemisphere of the Earth, just like the South Pole is located on the southernmost hemisphere of the Earth. This northern point lies diametrically opposite to its southern point and is defined directionally as true north. So tell me, what exists in the North Pole?
Water, right?
Is this guy
maybe some ice?
Well, it's ice. It's at the North Pole. It's fairly solid ice, I think.
It's a lot of ice.
But
Yeah.
It's like what do you call it? Icebergs. Like I remember looking at a map. I remember looking at not a map, a globe when I was little, and I've never been there, obviously. And I remember looking at the South Pole as Antarctica, and I'm like, well, I was first grade.
Yeah,
I remember looking, and it's like, well, why is there only water here? Like, where does Santa live?
Yeah, because there is no land there. There's no land.
Right, yeah, and that's what the globe that I was looking at. I mean, because it's one of those. It wasn't the ones with the thing going through.
Show ice because ice can move and stuff.
Right, and so that because it was one of the ones that it stood, like the ball, and they stands on like that round plate, and you can pick it up, and it wasn't one of the ones that spin.
Oh yeah, nice. I need to get a globe because
you're a NASA shill spreading round Earth lies and all those things.
Yeah, so he only has a flat Earth that doesn't have what do you call it in Australia?
So Australia doesn't exist.
Exactly.
It's
Why
true.
would it be on a map?
I've been there, but it doesn't exist.
The ice at
No,
the
it's not
North
real.
Pole is typically only 6 to 10 feet thick, and at the North Pole, the Arctic Ocean is 13,000 feet deep.
Nice.
Yeah. But like 10 feet thick is like you can walk on that and you can build some structures on it.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, could you like a secret layer with elves and reindeer?
Hell, there's enough room to carve a secret layer downward into the ice and still have plenty of ice to support the weight of your factory machinery.
Wow, Santa exists. Ember, you heard it here, folks.
We solved the puzzle. It's a secret base.
Yes.
But okay, are these people going to start complaining about the fact that the North Pole can't have like? Okay, hold on.
Defined
Find out.
directionally as true north. So tell me, what exists in the North Pole? Is it a snowy landmass or a vast ocean? The answer is a vast ocean. The Arctic Ocean, to be precise.
That's not the Mandela
Obviously,
effect.
the
That's
North
just
Pole
people
doesn't
being
exist as
children not understanding the
Yeah.
globe.
Also,
Well, also Google Maps.
ice mass, which is still an ocean, but like, yeah.
No, you're all wrong. There is nothing there. Clearly.
So when salt water freezes, the ice that it freezes isn't salt ice. It banishes the salt, so it becomes fresh water.
Right.
So wouldn't the ice cap technically be a lake inside the Arctic Ocean?
No. Just because a large amount of fresh water, like localized on an ocean, does not like make it a lake.
It was worth a try.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
As the Christmas story explains it. But there has to be a snowy landmass up there, right? Nope.
No.
The North Pole doesn't exist in that sense. Get this. We have known that the North Pole was an ocean as early as the 16th century.
But it's frozen. He's not explaining the fact that it is still frozen.
It is still frozen, yeah.
So this isn't some new change. It's a fact.
Like,
there's still solid. There's solid things there. It's not like
No, you
round,
don't understand.
but it's
There was
still
another
solid.
there was another timeline whereby there were 2 Antarcticas, and you two just weren't in that one.
I don't know how thin it gets though. Like it might, like if this is, I don't know if this picture is real because it's showing like a lot of water here.
No, there's no way that's real.
But
That's not.
Yeah,
wait, are you?
in the actual
Was that a real
pole,
question?
it's striped like a barber pole, like a candy
It's like
cane.
his whole comment is just that people
I put a poll there.
failed to learn geography correctly. That's not the Mandela effect. That's people not learning earlier on.
No, we just all come from a better timeline where there was truth.
Aliens have mixed it all up.
He's gaslighting us. That's what's happening. He's like, guys, there's
Yeah.
no ice up there. It's all water. What are you talking about?
Fact that we've had for nearly 500 years. These inconsistencies could have spawned from ever-changing ice formations found within the Arctic Sea, or perhaps through changes to this planet's climate. But nonetheless, as of now, there is no North Pole
Fucking
as a
seal.
landmass, snowy or otherwise. It's just a big open ocean. Pull up a map and look for yourself.
No, it's
what do you-
solid. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. Go learn some science.
That's not,
you need to study some science.
Is there a
the
maple
fuck is
lander in the
ice?
house?
This is frozen water, dipshit. Wow.
Remember, am I alone in remembering there being a big snowy landmass on the top of our globes growing up?
Yes.
You have to admit, this is going to be weird
Yeah, most
for those tech-savvy kids
Yes,
growing up
it's
when they
you.
What are we
Google North
talking about? A
Pole and they find an
landmass?
ocean.
That's I want to know. Like, is there anybody who's in this timeline? What is like a big snowy landmass? Like, I haven't thought about that since I was like 6 or 7.
It's because like if you look at the Christmas movies, you know, about Rudolph and stuff, they've got like trees and elves up there.
Oh yeah,
and they're,
the
like,
miner
burning little
dude.
fires,
He's like
and,
digging for silver and gold in
the
the
dude
ice.
wants to be a dentist, but you know, it doesn't work out. It's great.
Yeah.
Ocean. Good luck with that explanation, parents. That's the true scary part of this video. We're looking at the names of Santa's reindeers. As most of you might remember, they go like this: Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, Comet, Cupid, and what comes next?
Donner
Is
and
it
Blitzen.
Donner and Blitzen?
Yeah.
Or Dunder and Blixen? The
No,
way I have always
I
known
know
them
for a fact.
is as
Stop it. I know for a fact it was Donner and Blitzen, and I know this because every fucking year I had to go to an old folks home and sing Christmas carols from a book.
Yeah, this is part of the fucking poem.
In my entire life, I have never heard Dunder and Blixen.
Never. Not until I watched this video.
Dunder is at least a word. Blixen is just nothing.
Yeah, Blixen is nothing and does not rhyme with, like, it's not as good of a rhyme with Vixen as Blitzen.
Oh, that's right, Vixen.
At the end of the N has to be at the end of the word. The M does not
why would it be
make the
Blixen?
rhyme.
Why the fuck would it be Blixen? It rhymes with nothing. Like, absolutely exactly nothing. Like, what the fuck?
This is
This
like
guy's
an
just
old
gaslighting.
Family
This
Guy
guy's
joke
just
or
fucking
some shit.
gaslighting. I don't trust any of the rest of his video because I know that he's putting shit in it.
This is full on, yeah.
Full on gaslighting.
And what comes next? Is it Donner and Blitzen or Dunder and Blixen? The way I have always known them is as Donner and Blitzen. So obviously that can't be right anymore. Their names now are Dunder and Blixen.
What are you
I'll let that sink in.
Okay, he's getting that backwards.
As
So
always
even if Hollyhock is right in the side chat and says that the original poem had Dunder and Blixen, that doesn't mean that that's what they are now, and it's not Donner and Blitzen anymore. Flip it the fuck around, because if that was the original and they've changed it to be better because language changed.
Yeah, no,
it's not what it is anymore.
Okay,
It
I pulled the
changed
number.
dumbass.
It's worse than that. It's
Go ahead.
both. I just pulled up the poem.
Yeah.
It's Donder and Blitzen. It's a little of each. Fuck.
Donder is different than Dunder, but it's also different than Donner. It's one letter difference in the original that then, yeah.
Oh, it's Dutch, apparently.
All right, Moore changed the names from Dunder and Blixen to Donder and the original author of the poem changed it upon publishing.
Well, also remember there's some controversy about who actually was the original author. It's typically credited to Clement Moore, but it was published anonymously in a newspaper.
Okay, fair.
So we don't actually know the answer to this one.
It was me.
No, I mean, it's been, like for the last 130 years, it's been Donner and Blitzen.
Yeah. Right, and if Dunder and Blixen are Dutch words, well, and if Dunder and Blixen are and if Dunder and Blixen are Dutch words, who's to say there aren't like other translations where that may have been the case?
The names were changed in an 1844 printing of the poem to from their Dutch spellings, which I guess were like thunder and lightning, which is Dunder and
so
Blitzen,
essentially
to their German, which is Donner and
so
Blitzen.
it's a translation.
That's not even a translation.
That
doesn't even count. Yeah,
it doesn't count because there's a translation. So in English, it's Donner and Blitzen, and in the other languages, it was something different. But yeah, that's a translation.
So it's not a Mandela effect. It's a translation. Please, Navidad.
And why does that little girl have Rudolph's nose?
It's so rude.
She's evil.
With all Mandela effects, sometimes what you remember has never changed. Other times it's completely different. Some affect everyone, and some affect very few. I say this to help all of those who might be confused. I'm sure some of the people watching this remember Dunder and Blixen, but I guarantee the vast majority of people do not. To us, it's Donner
because we don't speak Dutch.
Most of us.
At least, yeah, most of us don't speak Dutch here.
I mean, I wish I spoke Dutch.
Dutch is a cool language.
I have an extremely Dutch name.
8 reindeer names originated in a poem by Clement C. Moore titled A Visit from St. Nicholas all the way back in 1823. This poem is also known today as 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Somehow or another, it seems that every reindeer name has been memorized and recited with perfect clarity over hundreds of years, except for Dunder and Blixen. What do you think about this? Has this always been a mistranslated game of telephone? Or a massive case of misremembering?
Yes. Like,
It's a translation issue. Yes.
Yeah.
Or has the Mandela effect made yet another change to our collective history and memory? I can't wait to hear what you have to say below.
What? Why is there a Christmas tree on fire in this room?
But also,
And for the people with
why are
kids
these
out
people
there-
so hesitant to agree to something so easily?
They don't subscribe to our reality.
I mean, that tracks. But it's so much easier to buy into that there's a translation error or a misremembering
there's
than a
more.
fucking Mandela effect thing.
No, there's more to this. So as I mentioned earlier, the poem was written anonymously. The other potential author that it may have been was Henry Livingston, who had Dutch relatives or whatever. And according to an article on West Virginia News, Dunder and Blixen is a common Dutch exclamation from the 19th century, which would lend some credence to Livingston as the real author over Clement Moore, which means people were actually conceivably putting forward Dunder and Blixen as an alternative because they were on Team Livingston. They were saying, no, it was our guy. What are you talking about? It's Dunder and Blixen. What do you mean? It was a coordinated campaign to steal credit for this poem.
This got dramatic, and now I'm having strong opinions on the authorship of something that I just never really cared about much before just now, and it's really yeah.
Drama.
I'm on Team Donner and Blitzen though.
Oh, for sure. That's absolutely the way it was. And the tree is on fire, apparently.
For reasons.
Clark Griswold was here.
Get them to name all of Santa's reindeers. I'm super curious to hear what they say. Let us all know in the comments below. Let's actually delve deeper into that poem I mentioned earlier called "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." It turns out there's actually another Mandela.
St. Nicholas, you asshole. You said that earlier.
This is an old enough poem that there's going to be a lot of differences between the way we remember it now and back then, probably.
I don't know. We still have copies of the original newspaper. It was it was near me. It was in the city of Troy next to Albany. So there's actual physical copies of the original newspaper printing in real libraries and shit.
By a lot, I mean maybe 4 or 5 specific times when a specific word we remember has been changed. Not it's a totally different thing, because the example that I wanted to give earlier was The Hobbit by Tolkien.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The original version of The Hobbit had Bilbo receiving the ring in a much more innocent way, as opposed to the kind of slightly underhanded, tricky, lying way that he got it in the actual book. And there was a lot more sort of allusions to the corruption of the ring in the modern version of The Hobbit. When it first came out, the ring was just kind of a magic ring that Bilbo found. So it wasn't sort of written with all of that, and there were some major changes to that chapter. And Tolkien made those changes because he kind of had to retcon it for Lord of the Rings. And that doesn't mean that it actually is this. No, he retconned it. That's how retconning actually works.
That's right. He's like, it's my story. I'm going to fix it, fuckers.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Effect hiding inside of that poem. So just like with Smokey Bear, sometimes when things are very closely examined, multiple effects can be discovered. I'm going to read a verse from that poem, and I'm going to leave an area blank. I want you to tell me what goes in that blank space. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads, and Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled for a long winter's nap.
I mean,
could be settled in, settled down. I don't really
I would
remember.
say settled down, but settled in could work.
Yeah, settled in, I think, would be the more time appropriate way to say it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is one of the weird parts, isn't it? Yeah.
Or is it some random word?
Yeah, there's a couple sections where it's like just fucking wonky off the wall you'd never fucking expect, and I bet this is one of those.
Might be, yeah.
What goes in that blank? Is it our brains or is it down?
Oh. Okay. Well, those are just totally different like ways of constructing the idea.
Yeah, and I think we gravitate towards what's more natural for us to communicate. And so then we fill in that blank with what we would say, which is fair. Because who says our brains? Like we don't speak that way.
For the record, we're all assuming that it ends by them saying that it is our brains. Like, what if it? Because the thing is, when we had the Grinch, how the Grinch Stole Christmas, I was so sure that I and everybody else remembered how the Grinch stole Christmas that I assumed the correct answer was going to be the other one, and then I was just like, wait, what? Blah.
Maybe it is down, and there's a few crazy people on the internet trying to gaslight us into thinking it's supposed to be brains because they're zombies and love brains.
If instead it was brains, it was minds. Settle our minds for a long winter nap. I feel like that's a lot more natural than like brains. That wouldn't be that out of place. It wouldn't be what you expect. You expect down or in.
The correct answer is, for some strange reason, our brains.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? How does that make you feel? I personally remember, and Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap.
He doesn't remember.
Is this a case of mass misremembering?
Yeah, he doesn't like. Who actually recites this poem or like reads this poem every year? Like, I don't think many people do. I think we hear it in passing.
And you also might need to say it out loud because there might be like syllabic reasons. You know what I mean? Cadence.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
Remembering?
Where did Maya go?
I don't know. I do love that side comment, the Mandela effect, that some people remember this channel having Maya.
It's true. We live in a different timeline now.
I do remember getting on here when Maya was here.
I have no idea where Maya is.
Maya's building has a blackout.
Oh,
that's not ideal. She probably texted me.
Did we all remember this poem incorrectly, or has this changed from what you remember? And is yet another example of the Mandela effect. Let me hear all of your thoughts below.
Tell us about what's in your brain.
This one is strange. So strange I don't even have an introduction.
Sorry, I was... Okay. Yeah, Al was texting.
Or a thoughtful question to ask you about it. Have you ever heard of an upside-down Christmas tree? Yes or no? So the answer is yes. Upside-down Christmas.
What?
I hear a Maya.
Oh, hey, Maya.
Hi.
Hey, we got Maya.
You said they were in a different state.
Hey, so this is my youngest. He wants to say hi to the whole world.
Hello.
The reason this.
Oh, isn't he beautiful? He has my face.
He really is.
Just saying that.
What? No. Everybody agrees that you're beautiful because you have my face.
Well, it's my face now. I'm just worried.
He has taken the face. You've been defaced.
It's my face.
No, you have raised that one right.
Wait.
I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, fuck this one in particular. All right, what did I miss?
It's brains.
Kids' brains?
Brains versus down, settled down. Okay, well, here.
In my cap had just settled for a long winter's nap.
So what is it, Maya?
Down? Wait, but you said something about brains.
So is the answer our brains or is the answer down?
The answer is down, but I have a feeling that he's going to say brains.
Yeah, see, this is a lot like questions about Bayes' theorem. Because if you know Bayes' theorem well enough and somebody asks you a question in that context, you can get the right answer without actually having to like work through. It doesn't matter.
The correct answer is, for some strange reason, our brains.
Yeah.
It is not. That is not the correct answer.
Please like and subscribe, chat, right now. Do it. Yeah.
Leave your comments, future people.
This one is strange. So strange,
Wait,
I don't
so
even have an
did
introduction.
anybody here remember Brains?
No.
Is there anybody? One person?
But I
Mandela
also have
effect
never recited this poem, and I've only heard it in passing. Like I've never had my family like read this together or anything. So I
never did all that either.
also,
but
I
it
don't
was
have a
one of my
reason to
favorite.
remember it.
They changed
It was one of my favorite poems growing up, so I do remember voluntarily listening to it a lot. Brains would have stood out.
Yeah, they changed it. Like it's not like the current.
Okay, I'll agree to
Or a thoughtful question to ask you about it. Have you ever heard of an upside down Christmas tree? Yes or no?
No.
So the answer is yes. Upside down Christmas
it is not
trees
the
are.
answer. I have never heard of that.
Yeah,
he knows what you have heard of.
You don't know what your brain.
You don't know what
knows.
you know. Oh
Exactly.
my god.
Nobody
The upside down Christmas trees are pine trees or fir trees that are flipped upside down so that the wider base is at the top and the smaller top is pointed downwards.
Okay.
In modern days, this trend caught on when holiday window displays at major stores would put upside down Christmas trees out so
Never seen this.
that more ornaments
Never.
could be seen by the public. This bizarre phenomenon supposedly dates.
Okay, so like in my city, they just take the ornaments off, blow them up, and then stack them so that you can see the ornaments. Why would this make them easier to see?
How do you this? What? Oh.
It's back to 12th century Eastern Europe, where the upside down Christmas tree was.
They had anti-gravity in the fucking 1100s. It's amazing.
I blame magnetism.
Was meant to represent the Christian Holy Trinity. Somehow. Have any of you ever heard of this now popular and widely known Christmas tradition? Upside down Christmas.
Widely known.
Dude, this guy is gaslighting. It's just like each one is more and more absurd.
Just seem impractical and silly to me. Yet here they are. Do you place your trees like this?
No.
Do you know anyone that does?
I don't even have a
you
tree.
even seen this before?
I'm not concerned. I'm not convinced
once.
this is an AI. I mean, holy shit! Like,
count the number of toes on that dog.
The inflection on some of the images are definitely AI. Like this section started with oh god, it was somewhere around here. This is not a photo.
Oh yeah, that's 1,000% AI.
There's this is AI. Everything about this is AI. It's really weird that we've had to develop that skill, by the way. 10 years ago, none of us had this skill. None of us would look at him and be like, oh, that's AI.
No, that's for sure. I developed
yeah,
my AI skills in the last year, debunking bad science videos on the internet. That is for sure.
Aunt Jure has a solid point. That putting the tree on the ceiling keeps it away from the cats. That is valid AF.
That is. I'll give her that.
No, right.
Having never seen any of my friends do this, I mean, that have cats do this.
Whoa. Maya.
Uh-huh.
You have friends?
You're not my friend. Like, just.
I know I'm not. I didn't think anybody else was either.
Mandela effect changes are the weirdest ones to talk about.
My friends
because
come
for
to see
some
me every
people,
Sunday.
this is.
Wait, that makes me sound like your friend.
No,
a totally normal thing, and for the rest of us, it's completely unheard of.
Spit out my teeth.
Haven't I? Is that like the second time today I've done that?
It was coffee before.
December.
What? Oh, what did I say? It was very
Is here.
I felt I was proud of it. Like as you said that, I was like, yes.
Minnie, Christmas is on my mind, so let's make a Christmas video. Obviously, decorations and colder weather are a part of the season, but so is Christmas shopping, if you participate in that. I did most of my shopping online, but just to feel nostalgic, I went and visited some physical stores. Now,
is he gearing up for like a sponsorship, or
as I walked around one of these dying ancient
like this feels like the lead into a sponsor bit, right?
Retail monuments.
Yeah.
I noticed
Like a little bit.
Yeah. I can
Something
see
that
it.
really confused me. I heard a classic song playing over the speaker in a department store.
It's not.
Upon hearing the song, I got a little confused.
Did they play the song backwards?
Maybe.
Up on the housetop. I always thought it was up on the rooftop. So I went and looked it up, and here are the results.
No, it's up on the housetop.
Up on the housetop is a...
That's a normal thing normal people normally say.
I don't even know what song he's talking about.
No, the song is titled "Up on the Housetop."
I mean, it's the actual title of the song.
Yeah.
There we go. See, I'm.
No, it's like, yeah, I haven't heard that. This isn't one that I've heard a lot either, but it's like, I know it's that one. It's like click, 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 something,
Down through the
something, old
chimney.
Saint Nick.
Ho, 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 who did you blow? Ho, ho. Oh, sorry, that's a different song.
Yeah, I like that. See, there are people who made like super raunchy Christmas songs, and I love those versions. I think like screw all these traditional versions. Like, let's just go with the adult versions.
Yeah, that's all we do here.
Yeah.
I will be fucked. It actually is up on the housetop.
It's the name of the song.
Yeah, the name of the song is Up on the Housetop.
Christmas song by Benjamin Hanby in 1864. Now, if you're like me, you remember it being up on the rooftop. So, did
No.
it change? Are
No.
there variations of it, or is this an example of the Mandela effect? Well, we're going to get into that, but first, a quick and tragic history.
Bro, you are 9 minutes and 32 seconds into a 16-minute and 7-second video. You gotta get to it. If you're gonna
This is his whole point. Like, I
He wants
forgot,
something
like,
scary, mysterious.
I forgot the lyrics of the song weren't the same as the title of the song. Like, this is his whole point.
I need a metaphysical explanation, preferably one that involves aliens.
You can't have aliens and metaphysics at the same time.
I can have anything I want. I'm a white cis het guy. Okay,
You're not
Things
wrong.
work out
Yeah.
for me.
Just
History
gonna
lesson
hire a
about-
crew and make it happen.
But,
Exactly.
God damn it, aliens, don't you know who I am?
I'm science royalty.
Benjamin Hanby. Why, you might ask? Well, I'm in a giving mood, and what's better than an interesting backstory? Benjamin Hanby was born in Rushville, Ohio, to a local bishop by the name of William Hanby,
A local bishop? He was born to a local bishop?
who was involved in the administration.
Wait. How? What? Was he a bastard? Because, like, the whole celibacy thing? What?
You know as much as I do.
Of the Underground Railroad. If you don't know what that was, the Underground Railroad in America was a network
Yeah, we're familiar.
of people, both black and white, offering aid and shelter to escaped slaves from the South. Benjamin Hanby vehemently
There's a lot of like defensiveness there. He was like, it was both black and white people ran the Underground Railroad, okay? Just, you know.
Listen, self-piracy is the most badass form of piracy.
What? Okay.
opposed slavery, which made it difficult for
Yeah.
him to blend into the more conservative fraternity that the church attracted. Not only that, once he took over his father's church, he ran into a lot of trouble. Because he had alternative views on church music compared to what was deemed acceptable at the time, as well as how to educate children. Because he failed at keeping his position in numerous churches, Benjamin had trouble providing for his wife and children. There was one point in time where he wrote a song called Darling Nellie Gray, which he sent the manuscript
There's no darling there. Mandela effect?
It's under the land of the North Pole.
of to a publisher called the Oliver Ditson Company of Boston. He assumed that the song had been rejected until he heard his sister singing it at a recital. It was soon discovered that the Oliver Ditson Company had published the song under Hanby's name, but claimed the copyright for themselves. So Hanby sued the firm, but only won $50.
Why would you publish it under his name? Like, if you're gonna try and...
Which is about $1,560 today, as well as 12 free copies of sheet music. Benjamin eventually ran a singing school and crafted music for the John Church Music Company, but he still didn't make enough money to take care of his family. When it was all said and done,
Oh, can we,
This video has gone into like a long exposition on this guy's like history.
Well, that's
I mean,
because
you gotta
Nitty hasn't
tell
done
me.
that
I
before
haven't-
now.
Nitty, I haven't seen you in ages.
Yes, Dr. Ben. Hello.
We'll have to chat.
Yes.
This is
I have a
okay.
lot.
I have to give because I've only seen Ember over on trivia before, but I have to give y'all a formal invite to trivia whenever you want to come on Friday nights.
Yes, I would greatly appreciate that.
You're on Twitch, right, Dr. Ben?
Yeah, the trivia nights are on Twitch. So, but we'll be talking.
All right,
Excellent.
Nitty. Since you're, I don't know. Do you have a thing coming up, or
No. No.
you're not in the Christmas thing?
Not that I'm aware of. Did someone nominate me? Was I voluntold?
No, you're supposed to want to be here. Damn it!
I do.
There's actually a lot of competition for Christmas stream slots this year.
Apparently,
I mean,
yeah, and I really, not that
I'm on
Purple's
number
here or
2.
anything, but I do
People were
appreciate her
brawling.
for letting me keep my 2 hours. Right, and now 3. So-
Yeah.
You've
And
been
I don't-
upgraded.
Now I don't have to worry about an hour of me attempting to fill the gap crashing. So this is great.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah.
I'll just crash yours.
Yeah, because we're not supposed to still be going, but I looked at Rex's channel and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I
guess he
figured I'd hang out with the
self-selected
people.
So it's just this cool
mine's
people hanging out over here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mine's at like 5 a.m. my time, right after Stephanie's. And
Oh,
so I'm like,
God.
I might as well hang out with the people while they're still awake because it's gonna be
Right.
Yeah.
You're
a
right
lot
after.
less crowded.
Wait, I thought you were at 4
I'm at 4 a.m. Eastern time.
Eastern. Oh, okay.
I'm at 5 a.m. Mountain time.
Mountain
so I'm at 6,
time.
I'm right
Okay.
after Stephanie.
So, okay, you'll be on. Oh,
Yeah,
I might
really.
be waking up right as you're getting off, but
Giggity.
if I'm awake,
There we go.
I'll try.
I will
will
be playing Cooking Simulator, and we will be
That might
making.
put me back to sleep, though.
Yeah, well, we're going to be making Christmas dinner in Cooking Sim, which does not have a good variety of ingredients, so it will be me bullshitting and making the most horrendous plate of Christmas dinner. But I've been doing, as a Twitch show the past week, have been doing 12 drinks of Christmas, but it's been like 12 drinks from across the world.
I'm
and
so
so I
mad that
have
I
my
missed
last three drinks that I'm going to do at some point tomorrow, whether it be on my stream or other people's streams.
Well, I've been
So-
following along in heart. I've definitely been following along, though.
Yeah, it's on our. We have like a newer channel that we one of my
Look,
roommates and I had started just to do.
Stop trying to
cooking
move the stream along, Doctor. Like, we're going to be here for another 40 minutes. Just let the thing play out. I know your ADHD is kicking in right now, but we literally have nothing better to do than to let this play out.
That's true.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
Hit the goddamn play button.
Hit the play button.
Benjamin Hanby ultimately crafted and published over 80 songs, but passed away at the young age of 33 from tuberculosis. Like so many great artists throughout history, he wasn't truly recognized during his lifetime. Now that you have the background on Benjamin Hanby, let's get to the bottom of this mystery surrounding his song.
More AI.
Upon doing some research, the first thing I found was an article called Up on the Rooftop on a website called ChristmasHeadquarters.com. Okay, this sounds promising. I mean, ChristmasHeadquarters.com? That sounds...
Oh
Does
boy.
that sound promising to you guys? Do you guys
Website names totally tell me the authenticity of a source. I mean,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty official to me.
Like
That's-
Newsweek? Totally. Newsweek, it's
Then
all
I
the
read
way.
it. Throughout
Oh my god. He just said it sounds pretty official to me.
the article, the writer calls it Up on the Rooftop, but the embedded YouTube video says Up on the Housetop. Huh? How could you not notice that difference? You put the video in your article. The article even says Up on the Rooftop was written by Benjamin Hanby. If you click on his name, it takes you to the Wikipedia page for him, where it says he composed Up on the Housetop.
Yeah.
Why does the name keep changing? Was it written to be
doesn't,
Housetop?
It's
Or was it written to
It
be
doesn't. It just people
yeah.
put down different interpretations of what they heard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know
And
how
it-
sometimes
we
you
got people on the
misspell a
side chat
word?
saying
Like,
it's both. Yeah, it's
either-
probably like every other song that we've talked about where it is both to some extent.
Yeah.
It might have
Yeah.
been written.
Yeah.
That article might have been written by AI, right?
And also it's sort of a grammatical pedantry kind of thing.
Mhm.
Like we say rooftop colloquially, but it's technically repetitive because a roof is definitionally on the top. That's what makes it the roof. So to say rooftop is like saying ATM machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we already say this is the Mandela effect and I missed it?
Oh, I like this rant here. www.superficialcitationsource.com.
But yeah, this is a Mandela effect video, Nitty.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's 10 Christmas Mandela effects.
Ah, okay. I had stepped
Well,
away for a
apparently,
brief
the original
moment,
lyrics
so
are as
I
follows.
No
apologize.
worries.
Up on the house, no delay, no pause. Clatter the steed of Santa Claus. Down throw the chimney with loads of toys. Ho for the little ones. Christmas joys.
Wait,
like
The shorter version.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
why does
fucking
the
ominous.
AI? Why does AI have to turn this into like Freddy Krueger Christmas? Like, what is happening?
Stop. It could be a metal song.
Up on the house, no delay, no pause. Clatter the steed of Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with loads of toys. Ho, ho, the little ones, Christmas joys.
It is pretty good at this.
Right there.
Fuck yeah.
I
Somebody
think that's
clip
incredible.
that. I
think
want
we
to
should
put
all
that
just
in
sing
my
that instead.
Spotify.
Anyway, apparently it wasn't ever rooftop. And as for housetop, that's only in the name of the song. In the original lyrics, it only ever
That's only the name of the song.
says house. So what do you think about all this? Or does it even matter? Is this just a song that changed over time? Just like how people in different parts of the world use different colloquial phrases, such as housetop or rooftop, and because of that, the lyrics changed over time? Or would you attribute this to the Mandela effect? Honestly,
Why not both?
So, I'm
Or is
gonna
that
go with
just
neither. I'm gonna blame aliens.
Aliens is always the answer.
All of the above.
Oh,
this one,
Andrew has a
I
very
don't really-
valid question. Who's giving host to little ones?
It's the hoe that's doing the giving. It's like that old classic children's book, The Giving Hoe. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with giving, a little
Yeah.
Tonka hoe.
Hoes love the
Some
kids.
places, some people like large machinery to play with. I'm defending Al's point of view. He always calls the stuff that he hauls hose.
Oh, yeah. Apparently
know.
they named, Al named all of his shit hoes.
He didn't name it. It's just the term up there.
No, it's an Al thing.
No, it's really not.
No, you're just Mandela affected.
Mandela disaffected.
I watched the infamous Christmas movie this past day. It's the Gimps Who Stole Christmas. That's the one, right? That everyone.
Yes.
That everyone
Yes,
else.
that's the one. That's the actual authentic one. Everyone else is having the Mandela effect that it wasn't the Gimp who stole Christmas.
Rudy.
I always grew up singing on the rooftop, but maybe I was wrong all along. Upon digging further, I found a ton of renditions of
Maybe
the
you were
song
just
using
like
housetop.
not singing the right words to the song.
Yeah, and now you're thinking that everybody else did the same thing.
Go ask all my Starbucks lovers.
Right? Okay,
I'm
I
saying.
always thought that said Starbucks lovers, and I was like, that can't be right.
Oh, you're talking about Taylor Swift's song?
Yeah. I was like, that can't be right, but she is totally saying.
No, you know what? I didn't hear that. That apparently so many people thought that it made an article about it made my news feed, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
No, I could not hear long list of ex-lovers.
That's all I heard.
All I heard was
Starbucks lovers, and I'm like,
I just
had to
didn't
go
know
back
what
and
it
listen
was.
to the song, and I'm like, where is she saying this?
Yeah, I just didn't know
what I
it was,
heard
and
was
just
got
like,
a lot of Starbucks
didn't
lovers.
fill it in with anything.
Got a lot of Starbucks lovers.
I actually do have a lot of Starbucks. Well, I say
asshole.
lovers though. I can't say I love them. It's like a first date that didn't get off the ground. But
it's the fact that Americans are just not familiar with fucking Shakespeare.
Yeah,
my my strategy for not going on any unsuccessful dates in the past 5 years has been to not go on any dates.
Same.
Only a few countries.
Yeah, that
It's
will
super
knock
effective.
out all of the bad dates.
I just want to say,
Can confirm.
I don't identify as Aero Ace, and I feel like I'm acting the part.
Versions using rooftop. So make of that as you will. For this next Mandela effect, we are traveling to an island called Svalbard.
Svalbard!
Oh yeah, the one that you probably thought was where the landmass of the North Pole was.
That's
Norwegian
right.
archipelago is located.
Does that come with our
Ocean.
purchase of
Svalbard
Greenland?
is the northernmost full-year inhabited area and home of the legendary Svalbard Seed Vault, where the genetic legacy of the entire planet is protected in case of global catastrophe or apocalypse.
She's reading this, right?
No, I know this shit because Svalbard is fucking amazing.
Is it?
Are you telling me we get that when we buy Greenland?
No, that's part of Norway.
Oh shit. Okay.
Ah, sure.
Are people in the chat just like saying "take care of magnetism" to each other now?
It's the cultist greeting.
What has happened?
Every week on Bad Science
Is
Sunday, I think you're triggered because people are asking how MAGA works, but we all know that's
Yeah, no,
very-
that would make too much. No, that's me. That would be me. Him, on the other hand.
Is this is the? I just realized that it totally is. You know what the magnetism thing is? This is my pelagic tunicate.
It's true. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And you've kind of done it to yourself, although it's hilarious.
It is. It is. Thank you for that. I mean, and I was talking to the chat, though.
Magnet porn.
Magnet porn.
Have you ever heard of this island before?
You mean that?
From what I have come to understand during my research, Svalbard is a hotly contested Mandela effect. Numerous people claim that they have never seen or heard of this island before, despite globes,
I would imagine
atlases,
they
and
have
world maps being wide.
I would imagine they haven't seen it.
Is he asking Americans? Because
Right.
most Americans can't,
don't know anything outside of America.
they don't know a lot of things inside of America too. I can't tell. I haven't told you about. Wait, who was that? Was that your stream?
Again.
Where somebody was showing it. I know it was somebody was streaming Roger from Mud Fossil University, and
yeah, that's our job.
It was somebody else though. It might have been Bree, and he had America with no like boundary lines, but it was on the side, and people were just like, "Where is this?" And I'm like, "We fucking live there." I mean, and I was just like, "That's the Great Lakes," and I'm like, and then people were just like talking around me, like, "No, it's not," and I'm like,
"Oh, well, that's dumb."
How the fuck can you not recognize your own country on its side? And I'm gonna shut up in case some of those people are still here.
No, they're not.
I understand not seeing it initially. I do. I don't understand hearing somebody say this is what it is and then not realizing. Like you should be like, oh, like like for me it happens with.
They were trying to Mandela affect me. Like I just like for fuck's sake. So when he finally zoomed out, they were like, "Oh, you're right." Like, you're fucking right. God,
that was what
it was 5 straight minutes of people gaslighting me. I wanted to jump off a bridge. Holy shit!
I'm glade you didn't.
Maya, I need to ask these people for tips.
I love you, Bree.
Hi,
Bree. Hey, Bree.
Hello.
I brought Bree.
Yeah, I'm here. And I got my drink too, my Seagram drink. I took a nap, so I'm here now.
For people who are, I don't know if it was, I know someone in the side chat was asking about somebody's noisy roommates. In all fairness, both of my noisy roommates were sleeping, I think. And Bree is now one of my noisy roommates. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
She
gonna
lives
blame
down the
Breeze
hallway.
just because it's convenient, but it might actually be my
I'm
sister.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, Bree's here
I have
now.
a job here, Maya. Don't employ Bree for my job.
No,
I'm the person who you blame.
No, I'm wondering if it's my son. Hey, did that
Research.
help? Like,
Svalbard
did it
is
go
a-
away at that point? Or
Well,
No, it was a while back.
For a moment.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, if you hear it again, let me know. I'll just mute.
I barely hear anything you say anyway, so.
hotly contested Mandela effect. Numerous people claim that they have never seen or heard of this island before, despite globes.
Does anybody here claim to have seen Svalbard?
I mean, not in person, but I've known
No,
photographers
just on a
who've
map.
gone there. Like one of the guy from the Petapixel podcast used to organize annual trips to go shoot the Northern Lights because it's so fucking far north.
Yeah, I've never been to Norway, so
Okay,
no.
so are we talking? Or is the claim here? I just got here. Is that Svalbard or Svalbard was
non-existent?
It doesn't exist. They made it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
the claims
it's never
throughout
on the
this
map
video-
before.
Okay,
So-
so when I was a kid, my grandpa had this documentary on VHS that was about a polar bear attack in Svalbard when I was a kid back in the 1980s. So it's been around at least since the 80s.
Well, there we go.
Like
No,
memory.
They just made this entire part of a country
So-
in the 80s. That tracks.
Everything is AI now.
But why is this Christmas? Like, what does this have to do with Christmas?
we haven't gotten to
Because
that part.
Norway only exists in Christmas.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
It's an entire country of like otherwise hibernating
Santa and his elves or something. You were saying that this is where
Christmas is to Norway as Transylvania is to Halloween.
There we go.
And world maps being widespread and prevalent in
Santa
schools
is a
across the
Viking
United
in
States of America.
I'm not gonna lie, these houses look like way more normal than I would expect. You know what? Chat? Okay.
There's a certain
These houses
construction.
look way more normal than I expect because I don't know.
Well, they're modular.
Pulling up
But
pictures of those.
it looks
Go
like
on
when you
site.
walk past the hobby store at Christmas time and they put out the little
Yeah, the
train
miniature
set.
town. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Al, how the fuck did you
I'm
not get
working
caught
on it.
up? How did Al not get caught up in the stream cocky? We got
Because Al's
gifted.
membership was active at the start
Yeah.
of the stream.
Yeah.
When
it's-
I looked back, it was there earlier.
Yeah.
And
gotta
now
be
it's
kidding.
gone.
He just lost it. Yeah, no. The
He
reason-
lost it
so-
midstream.
Yeah, yes. The way this happens, Maya, is because this is the time that we stream BSS.
No, I
and
get that.
There's
But
a
like,
30-day like
he
the
can't-
the
no,
week-
I just assumed it dropped off at midnight. Like, what the fuck?
No,
That's
no.
rude.
It happens. It happens like during the time.
Like
Sometimes you'll see it
24
happen.
hours on the dot. Wow.
But it's because
That's
they're
insane.
30-day subscriptions, and
No,
we do it-
I understand how 30 days works, but I mean,
Compared
you
to
can't
28
finish the day. That's mean.
I mean, it's midnight somewhere.
Okay, well, I mean, Al, you got to refresh because I just gifted 10, so you got to get hit. But
Same globes and world maps and atlases today shows Svalbard sitting right where it belongs, as if it's always been there. I'm not claiming to be an expert on this one, I just think it's very interesting and pretty fascinating that so many people are arguing over this. Have you ever heard of it before? I'm sure there are more than a few here.
have I ever heard of people just denying that Svalbard exists? That place in particular? No. Antarctica? Yes.
The average person's really bad at geography, though. I mean,
No, most people forget that Madagascar isn't part of Africa.
I mean, you have to be aware of
You mean part of
Svalbard
mainland
in
Africa or
order
part
to
of-
deny it.
I get, yeah, no, truly, and it's not American, so why would we remember it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I thought it wasn't real because it was a Disney movie.
Pretty sure most people couldn't find Cuba on a map.
Couldn't find what?
Cuba.
What?
Never heard of her.
Asking yourself, how is this
Cuba
even
Gooding
related
Jr.?
to Christmas? Well, it's pretty simple. It has polar bears, and even Santa Claus's official mailbox.
Oh, that's how it. Okay. I'm glad he finally got to it. Like, why is it
Right.
related?
Yeah, that's another reason why I remember this place, because Longyear Bean is the name of the biggest city on the island. Longyear Bean. That's just fun to say.
I mean, and bold of you to assume that he would ever make sense.
It's true.
No.
My unfinished sock for $2 says, "Don't fall for dumb bullshit. Like and share instead." And this is sound advice, people. We all need to get on this.
I just love the picture and the name match right there. That's just so beautiful.
I really do. That this is a solid avatar. 2 thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. Commitment.
I'm not even joking. Not to mention there's a man named Santa Claus that lives there in an old mine.
Oh, Tap called it.
Joking.
This is where this is in fact where Santa lives.
And we were right. He's underground.
Yup.
We all win.
Right.
The prophecy is fulfilled.
Is that why elves are really short? They're like malnourished little people.
Well, I mean, if this is where they live, like probably it doesn't look like a very high calorie place to grow up.
Yeah, they're inbred. They lack vitamin D. I mean,
polar bears. I mean, let's not forget about the polar bears. They're kind of important.
It's true.
I could take a.
So the elves have motivation to stay underground.
Oh, I know you could.
No, but we've established already that this guy does not believe that the North Pole has ice. Like, he already is claiming that it's just water and that there's no solid anything there. So
yeah, but Svalbard though, right?
Yeah, it's Svalbard.
So look it up. I guess what happens in the Arctic Ocean stays in the Arctic Ocean.
So I'm just saying that this guy is not consistent with a lot of things.
Shit.
But like,
they're gonna say that why they changed Frosty's nose here? Is that what they're gonna say? I can feel.
I remember it being
a carrot nose. Frosty has a button nose.
Yeah, he had a button, or I remember also like another piece of coal. Like sometimes it would be like just 3 pieces of coal or something, or whatever.
It's a button. It's a button nose according to the song, and the carrot goes somewhere else.
Yeah,
lower.
Depending on how happy Frosty is.
Yeah, the carrot goes lower.
Look, I have Dr. Ben on. I feel cool.
Yeah, I know, right?
Has anyone ever done a
hood class?
Has anyone ever done a Frosty the Snowman with their boyfriend?
I've done a Cleveland steamer.
Okay, I was just asking.
I may have, but I don't know what the name. Yeah, I just don't know.
Classic to many in the United States. He was a snowman brought to life through magic in a 1950 recording, but became a household name in his 1969 animated film debut. Frosty the Snowman is a memorable character, and if you ask most people, they can describe every detail about him. But miraculously, Frosty is now missing.
Miraculously. Also, what is this?
That's not Frosty. Frosty wears a magic hat too, not a stocking cap.
It's not Frosty.
That's a goddamn AI snowman. I know one when I see one.
Yeah.
One snowman ever.
Because this is nothing. This thing on his nose is nothing. That's not an object. That's just.
Hey, be nice to the random ball sack that put on his face, okay?
And also, look at how this side sort of like puffs out like weirdly, and this side just sort of fades into being a cloud. Over here it's a cloud. Oh well, I guess Bree and Ember are in the way, but.
How poorly distributed the Christmas lights in the background are. Look at that. Like, just
is that what are we supposed to be looking at?
Yeah, now that you see it,
and the light in his eye,
like it's weirdly triangular here. The lighting doesn't make any sense, and it turns into a cloud over here.
Gee, it's a wonder nobody said it's AI yet.
And there's a pine cone just standing on its end next to the snowman for no reason.
Missing something. So here's what I'd like you to do. Visualize all of the accessories and clothing articles on Frosty the Snowman. Now, what do you see? Let's see what we've got. We have a button nose. We have
you
2 eyes made
imagine
out
the
of
carrot
coal.
nose, but it's not a carrot nose. That's
So
what
he just said. No, the first thing he said
it.
was button nose. Hold on.
So the first step in a Frosty
Let's
the
see what we've got.
Snowman is that you put your hat on your partner.
Okay, I'm in. Let's keep
Yep.
going.
Nitty hasn't been a while.
I mean, it's been like 2 or 3 years for me. So
It's about 45 minutes
We have-
ago. if you really
Wait, Tap, you just said you haven't dated anyone in 5 years. So how's it been 2 or 3 years? What's
Look.
going on?
Look, Amber, we're not going to talk to Tap about his secret sexy shit. Look, what is between him, a hooker, and his wallet? You know, it's none of our business.
I'll tell you later, Ember.
We have a button nose.
Oh
We have 2 eyes made out of coal. And here is the Mandela.
So the first thing you said was button nose.
Okay, so he's with us on the same page as the button nose. Okay.
And the 2 eyes made out of coal.
Is the Mandela
So
effect.
after you put the hat
Which of these
on.
items
I thought it was going to be the carrot nose. Yeah.
did
No,
he never
I
adorn
still
in
think
the
that's what he's getting to. I think that's what he's getting to.
1969 film?
He hasn't said that.
An old silk hat, a corncob pipe, a red scarf, a broom. Frosty the Snowman has an old silk hat, a broom, and a corncob pipe, but has surprisingly never worn a red scarf. Do you
I
remember
never
a red scarf?
associated with the red scarf with
Ever.
No.
Yeah, no.
I don't
know where that came from.
I don't remember a broom either, but I do remember the other ones.
Also,
I mean, I think it's
down through the streets of town, right up to with a broomstick in his hand, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's in the song. Yeah.
The red scarf is not required for a Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
He doesn't need
We're
a
in
scarf.
agreement
He's
there.
already frozen.
He's
I
made
only have a black scarf.
For
scarf.
some reason, does
A scarf would be bad for him. It would
Yeah, it's
melt
like
his
he's not
neck.
even wearing the fucking scarf. Yeah. Look at that.
dozens of
does he-
people online seem to remember Frosty the Snowman wearing a scarf, and
I
most
don't
remember
like-
it being
I really don't associate Frosty with the scarf.
Yeah, no.
If you were going to
Jack
Mandela
Frost.
effect anything, it would be the carrot nose. Like I'm kind of surprised it doesn't have a carrot nose.
Yeah, I'm so surprised he did not pick that to talk about.
That's where I thought we were. I thought we were going.
Yeah.
All of
Same.
us did. Guys, Mandela effect. It used
Carrot
to be
nose.
the case that was the thing they all thought Mandela effect was about, and now it's not. But it totally was before. Mandela
effect.
It's a meta Mandela.
Is it just me, or does the bunny rabbit look like he's just like scarfed down a
Totally
bunch
stoned.
of edibles?
He is
He's
so
so
stoned.
big.
This
He's
whole,
so
this
big.
whole show is
Absolutely.
Hocus Pocus's.
Wes, no, stop being old. The hat is where the magic came from.
Man, I haven't seen a mammal that stoned since I visited Bree.
I love it.
That was quite a night.
That's how everyone looks at you while
red.
you're doing a Frosty.
So where did it go?
Fair.
Why do so many people remember this detail that now seemingly doesn't exist?
Yeah,
It's
I
really
wonder why so many
interesting.
people
Even
remember Frosty as a redneck.
There he is with a scarf. What? What's this? There's a thing.
There's a piece of art where he does wear a scarf. Oh my!
Oh my, you can use creative license and put more clothes on.
I saw him.
Well, yeah, it was this AI art back here. Remember?
Now, like Jack Frost characters in like the horror movies and stuff, they have carrot noses, right?
Yeah, Jack
Yeah.
Frost banged Elizabeth. What's her name? Elizabeth. That was a shoe.
Elizabeth
No.
Warren? I mean, would that explain anything to anyone else? I'm just.
Snowman publications and media today show him wearing a red scarf. If you compare the past and the present, at some point some artist said, "Oh yeah, of course he has a red
Shannon
scarf."
Elizabeth.
And Drew
There we go. It was Shannon Elizabeth. That
Was it like that scene in Evil Dead or what? Like,
well, she was in the bathtub, right? And all of a sudden the carrot bopped to the surface of the bathtub water, and then the next thing you know, the snowman's there, and it's
damn.
Did he light his pipe?
Did Frosty?
Yeah, because like fire
would be
all
bad
that?
for him.
Is there anything that burns really cold that he could?
I mean,
It still has to
probably.
combust though. It still has a minimum.
Did he like smoke liquid nitrogen? Do you think that was it?
Oh, it might not have burned the whole guy.
That.
It might not have burned the whole thing, but he would look a little bit less symmetrical if that happened. Like, part of the face might be burnt off, like it melted.
Well,
And like
if
you
you
might have a
cut him
tooth in it.
open, he would just like it would be tar all the way down. Just like
Maybe
like
maybe he
fat.
smokes the pipe to keep his mouth from freezing shut.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah. His
Little
ice
internal
powers are too
lubrication.
strong.
Yeah.
But it could just be like dry ice, right? So.
Yeah, that would be
Look,
kind of wicked.
all of
actually.
you are discounting. You have an anti-supernatural bias to discount the miracle of the corn pipe. All right.
Mike, the host of this show is a goddess, okay? I have no supernatural bias. Anti-supernatural.
You just have to add that one more miracle. Come on, guys.
Yeah, just one more miracle.
Just one more. Can we?
If you
just have
cannot, then
one
you're
more?
just anti-Maya at this point in the conversation.
Right.
Frosty with a red scarf. Does this prove he used to have a scarf and that the past has been altered in some slight way?
And
Or
the
is
rabbit
this just a
is
massive
stoned as fucking every single drawing.
Oh, have you seen this fucking snowman?
case of misremembering an iconic childhood character? I'll leave that for all of you to argue over in the comments below.
Excuse me.
Did they talk about the flower in the cap?
No.
Is that in the song? Because that's in all of the depictions, but I don't remember that being like in the song or anything.
It's not in the song.
Before I leave this topic, check out this funny little detail. Look at what the kids are wearing in Frosty the Snowman. You see anything wrong with this image?
I mean, they're not exactly wearing winter gear. Except for
there are two people that
The
are
creative
identical,
bo-
just different colors.
Yeah.
Behind these illustrations.
Though, but yeah.
But that's just a lazy animator, okay?
I was just about to say that.
Like,
if he's going to say that they're not wearing their winter gear, I think the kid on the end that they cut off is actually wearing a stocking cap.
Their clothes only white people buy for their kids in the 90s?
Yeah.
And she's wearing
60s.
Okay, well, before I took away the captions, she was doing pretty well because she's wearing earmuffs and like a winter coat and gloves and everything. But then I take away the captions and that like I guess a mini skirt.
Yeah, we were talking about this when we watched this the other night. Me and Ben and BB were because like there's a scene where she's like sitting by a fire getting all cold and stuff, and it's like, bitch, why you out there in the woods in the snow in a skirt?
Yeah, none of them are wearing long pants.
Is that what they used to do in the 50s, 60s, 50s?
You can see everybody's ankles.
Was it harder to animate with pants on?
Probably. Maybe.
Is that why Mickey's got his little mouse dick flying around? Is like his pants were harder to do?
There's something subliminal here. Some Mandela horror that we're missing that involves cartoon characters not wearing pants. They used to have pants. Why did Mandela take them away? That's the question.
I want to know what this guy's claim is. Where's he going with this?
Grow up in a place without snow? Do they not realize it's cold? These kids are wearing shorts in a blizzard.
Fair.
Anyway, there you have.
Okay.
We
got
it.
And we're done. We're
We
done.
produced one.
He kind of agreed with us about the artist. So
we got something right. Oh god.
Yeah, it's like no way people can do shitty animation. Okay, nice.
Well, it's not shitty. Someone in the chat said that shit took a long time back then. I agree, man.
I mean, yeah, but it's like it's not going to be accurate because it's somebody that drew a picture and animated it. Like it's not real life. Like this guy maybe wants to think that it has some special meaning to it. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's not fine art realism. I mean,
yeah.
I will say I was an adult before I noticed that, and I've seen Frosty like 100 times, and I just.
Well, you know what's interesting though?
Like, yeah, no pants.
It's that my kids today, right? It's like high 30s, low 40s, and they just go outside like they got their coat unzipped. Hey, I'm a good parent. They have gloves. They have as many coats as they want to fucking wear, right? But they barely want to wear it. They're running around like gloves off, coat unzipped, no hat. It's because, and my wife said that children still have this like children fat that keeps them from getting as cold.
Baby blubber.
Yeah, they still have their baby
Kids
blubber.
are just fucking stupid. Like,
They're also stupid. But
my kids
I'm like
did not wear coats.
You sons of bitches got me outside.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
My kids would want to wear hoodies all the time.
Yeah. Sure.
But I do want to thank you, Charlie, for gifting us 10 more cult members.
For attempting.
Fortunately, we have hit our limit of 200, and that's all we're allowed to have because YouTube is fuckers.
Doesn't like money. They're like, no more money for us, please.
Yeah. We just have way too much of the monies. I don't. This just isn't a thing. Like
so
I have like
fucked up.
fallen asleep and in a Twitch chat been raided into somebody else's. Like never even knew I touched the stream. So I certainly never chatted in it. YouTube, like there are people who used to chat that cannot get memberships because they have not chatted within a certain period of time. So they can't get memberships. I just like YouTube just does not like money. I don't understand it. I have 1,058 subs, and they cap me at 200.
Is it gift memberships? Because what if people
Gift
tried to like
memberships.
manually get memberships and push over the limit, and then
Yeah,
would it unlock another threshold?
For people who have the brand accounts, they can do that. But yeah, for gifts, they cap it at 200. And I'm like, why? I don't understand it.
Yeah, because like the chart that YouTube gives you to tell you at what level each emoji unlocks goes into the thousands.
Yeah. So either they hate me or they hate money.
Oh, they hate you having money.
Oh, they could just hate me having money.
This is why I do most things on Twitch. This is why I do most of this stuff on Twitch.
Yeah, but like YouTube's where the people are.
That's true. Yeah.
So yeah, I still need 20.
Hey, super chats still work though. Jedi.
Yeah, I need 8 more to get to the
demonstrated.
next emoji, but I apparently can't have them. No, super chats always work, so thank God for that.
What it might be.
Santa Claus is headed to Jamaica, by the way. I'm watching him.
Oh, you got the Santa tracker up? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, I do want to thank Left-Handed Jedi for $10, who says whatever this is.
Julius Noel.
What is that?
It's French.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joyeux Noël.
Feliz
Okay,
Navidad.
you know what? I feel like Al, are you being a bad influence on the
I did
chat?
some Frenchies. Not the people, the language.
Well, we don't have much
fair,
time, and
it's
I do have another video that I want to show everybody. So, Ben, who are you? Where are you? And what do you have coming up this week?
Oh, I'm on the spot. I'm Dr. Ben. I do doctoring sometimes during the day. Sometimes not as much at night anymore. Thank God.
Right?
Thank God he doesn't exist. But I guess like I'm waiting to get credentialed. That's why I don't do it as much during the day right now. Waiting
right.
for my credentials
All right,
in my
it's coming through.
new hospital. But you can find me on the Transatlantic Call-In show. I actually will be on this Thursday with Arden. So come hang out with
Oh, cool. I like
yeah.
when you're hearing.
I'm also a host of Talk Heathen. I was in 3 of the top 5 calls for 2024, which they were pretty horrendous to take. So if you want to go watch them, one of them was about how women should be subservient to men because testosterone is what gives you the focused laser beams. That is legitimately what the guy said. So there's that call. So you can find me there. I also
Watch
have
Ben
a couple.
suffer.
Yeah, I got a couple channels of my own. I guess 3 now, but one of them is like co-owned. So I have my channel on YouTube, which is Dr. Ben Hamilton. This is my name. And I will be doing a stream in this whole marathon later on. So super early in the morning, right after Stephanie. So come hang out there. It will also be dual streamed to Twitch on my Twitch channel. So go hang out there. And I've also been making drinks on my co-channel with a friend called The Calamity Kitchen, where I've been making the 12 drinks to Christmas. So that's where you can find me.
Awesome.
Bree?
Oh, hi, I'm Bree. I'm also in the marathon tomorrow morning at 9, I guess 9 Central, like a half an hour for my regular time for that I do my regular show, and I'll be doing a bonus episode of Live from the Hive, and then if I have time afterwards, I'll open a panel up and have some friends come in. But we'll see. I'm doing I do live from the Hive on Saturdays for anybody who doesn't know who I am. It's Saturday mornings. And we do Cryptic Corner, and tomorrow we're talking about the Minnesota Iceman for Christmas. So that'll be fun. Yeah,
that will be fun.
Yeah, and then we're going to talk about those birds from the 12 Days of Christmas. We're going to talk about all those birds.
So many birds.
There's so many birds involved. And I don't want to look at it through a period lens where it was good to have birds because it meant someone was giving you meat to eat, eggs to eat, and stuff. I wanted to look at it through a modern lens where someone's giving you pets to take care of, and seeing what we're going to be looking at taking care of all these damn birds. So, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Nitty, who are you? Where are you? What do you have coming up?
Oh my God, I'm Nitty. You can find me at my channel, Nitty 2.0. I provide commentary on different theists. Last night we looked at a guy whose testimony included Jesus winking at him in the shower in middle school. So that's when you know God loves you, is that
except for the janitor was named Jesus, right?
No, this was in his house.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought I was at school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So there's that. And, I look at different arguments for or against the existence of God. Sometimes I talk about things that bleed over into Christian theology and just live in life. And I also take a whiteboard out to Panera Bread and other restaurants, and it says, "It's best to be an atheist. Let's chat." And I've recorded some of those conversations, and they're on my channel as videos, kind of like a podcast. And I'm hoping to do more in the coming year now that my work is not driving me to clinical depression. So,
oh yeah,
no, it was bad, but I'm fine. So I'll be getting out of the house and talking to strangers
in a place with coffee.
Yeah, they don't let me do that.
You're a science prisoner.
Ember, who are you? Where are you? What do you have coming up?
Okay, we are out of time, so I'm going to be super quick. I am Better Than Ember here on YouTube. I do counter-apologetics and anti-conspiracy theory nonsense stuff on my main channel. I have a show coming up in this stream in just a few hours on my second channel, Book of Ember. Find all my links at betterthanember.com. And join me Thursdays on the Transpositions Weekly at 8 p.m. Eastern. Also linked on betterthanember.com because it's a lot of links and nobody can remember. Thank you so much.
All right, and I'm going to see if I can share this. Let me know. Can you hear this?
No.
Oh God, this channel's great.
You can't hear?
I cannot hear.
Can anybody else? Because Doc was having an issue hearing before.
I cannot hear.
Hold up.
Nope.
No.
This is the one I was going to have BB and Ben watch earlier today when we were having nachos.
Do you have it? Because I'm just like, I don't know why it's not.
I can share it.
It's not on YouTube either. Yeah.
Oh, it is on YouTube. I just when my went down, my tabs did.
That's just rude.
It's a tab.
Chair dancing.
And for whatever reason, it doesn't like. I don't.
This is super chat worthy right here, guys.
Yeah, I got the uncensored version on YouTube.
Okay,
if you want to pull it up.
Whoops.
Ooh.
Yeah, accent.
Because Ben was listening to some naughty freaking Christmas music earlier, and I'm like, "Hey, have you all heard this Grinch song?" And then I'm like, "You have to watch it though, because there's a cartoon that goes with that."
Yeah, can you put it on like 1.25 just so we can get
started on 1.25? I was dancing and.
Hey Tab. After that, can I send you the hat so that we could talk Frosty?
All right, play.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Max, I heard there's a song about me. Why don't you put it on? I'm curious to hear it.
I don't think you're going to want to hear it.
Max, just put it on. Put the song on.
It's not very nice.
Max.
Are you sure?
Put it on.
Okay.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
That's me.
You're a fugly piece of shit.
What?
You bring bendy straws to bathrooms because you like the taste of piss, Mr. Grinch.
No. No, I don't. Max?
I wouldn't suck your dick if it was dipped in honey and could cure cancer.
Jesus Christ, who wrote this? Who wrote this song, Max?
Also, you have no dick.
Stop the song.
I can't.
Max?
No, I can't.
Just stop the song. Hit stop.
It's broken.
What's broken?
It's jammed. I don't know what you want me to do.
Just like turn it down.
I can't. I'm a dog.
Max.
You're a dipshit, Mr. Grinch.
Okay.
Even babies want you dead.
Wow.
You've never brought home a woman because you're scared you'll wet the bed, Mr. Grinch.
I wish they weren't so good at rhyming.
The 3 words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote. Bitch.
I'm not.
Dumpster. Bitch.
No.
What are they quoting
I
from?
knew they changed it, but I thought it'd be like a key change or maybe like a solo or something, but this is degrading. This hurts.
Pretty detailed, yeah.
What happened to the alligator part? I actually liked that part. It was kind of funny.
Oh, it's a crocodile.
No, it was an
No,
alligator.
it's crocodile.
Was it a crocodile?
Yeah, it's he said crocodile, yeah.
Oh.
You're poor, Mr. Grinch.
They didn't leave a stone unturned.
You can't afford the bus.
Lower middle class, maybe.
You're deathly allergic to tree nuts, and your exact address is this, Mr. Grinch.
No. I
1482 Mount Crumpet Boulevard.
Holy shit.
Whoville, Michigan.
That's my address. What are you gonna do?
I mailed your bitch ass a bag of nuts.
This is a song that kids sing? Every year they sing this, like around the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
A song that says bitch. It has said bitch like 3 times.
Yeah, that's too much, yeah.
They know I gave the presents back, right? Like at the end of the movie, I gave them back. I'm a good guy now. I go to church.
Yeah, I believe you.
Oh, there's the solo. Yeah, actually a really cool solo. Wow. I don't know about the rest of the song.
Let's just address that you are inbred.
I'm fucked.
Mr. Grinch.
This feels bad.
You don't know how to read.
This feels
I cannot stress enough how much you love to suck down pee, Mr. Grinch. According to an anonymous poll with a sample size of over 3,000 Who's who were asked to rank you on a scale from 1 to 100.
Mr. Grinch?
Based on traits such as likability, general odor, and physical attractiveness.
Whoa. What's wrong, Mr. Grinch?
All right, everybody. See you on Sunday.
You ever feel like no matter